Live. Okay, I am live. Hey guys, what's up, everybody? If anybody's in here yet. Nope, you guys might not be here yet. But how's everybody? Somebody's got to be in here. Hey, Batman. It does. There's always a delay. It doesn't pop up like the number until like five. Like I don't know. It's weird. It's delayed, and then it all comes popping up at the same time. Hey, Betty Smith. So I decided to keep my same background one more time because I really like it, and I tested out the other ones, and this is the one that didn't make my shirt do too much stuff. This is weird because this shirt is like this bright, all these different color greens. So I wanted to test it to see if it looked like I had like no arms, you know. But instead, for this green, it just makes it look like grayish blue. But this isn't. It's really such a pretty color too. But yeah, it's not that color. This part is just the sleeves are different because they're green, so it must just change it. But anyway, how's everybody doing? Um, thanks. Hey, Flyer B, Tennessee, Batman, Shannon, Christine, Cement, Shoes, Lisa. I wanted to thank. Oh, hey, Hillberry, Billberry, Judy Eisler, Harriet, Jacqueline Keeley. Hey, Jalen, in the bushes. Thank you. Hey, Brenda. Sulfur music in the house. Tina Jones. Randy wants the facts. Hey. Steve V, thanks for joining. I tried to message earlier to thank you, but I don't know. It was earlier, but thank you for joining and for becoming a member. Thank you. Um, so I don't know, guys. This is crazy. I do think now the more that I'm like thinking about it, and like my last video, I feel like the reason I was so doubtful that this was going to turn out to be anything, we're talking about the Delphi now, is because we were so hopeful for all the suspects. How many of there's been have there been? I did a video where I listed like a bunch of the suspects, but I think there's been a couple more since I did that video where you get excited. You're like, oh my God, it looks just like the sketches, and you see the resemblance. You put them on top of each other, and it's like a match. And then, nope, sorry, he's not a suspect anymore. So it's like I feel like I'm very like I don't know what the word for it, not defensive, but very like I can't think of the right word, but just like I'm not trusting anything with this. Like I want to wait before I like think, oh yes, I think we got him. And then so I don't know. I think I'm a little bit extra careful on especially with this case. But so I was going back through some stuff, and I know the height's not a huge deal, but somebody in one of my or it might have been either an email or comment made me realize to go back through the pictures. We're gonna go through this. I want to play a couple of videos first, but I just wanted to give you something to think about here. Go back through the pictures. He's with. There's pictures of them. Both of the dad and Keegan. Okay, and there's one with just the dad and Steve-O. And Steve-O's only 5'10", right, guys? Let me just show you this picture. And then another thing is if you look at the pictures with him and his dad, it appears his dad's taller, right? That's why I was saying in the video, I'm like, if Keegan is 6 foot and all these pictures of him and his dad next to each other, his dad always appears taller except in one picture. There's one picture where he doesn't. So there's something going on. I don't know. Like maybe they're not as tall as what that affidavit said 6 foot, but why is the dad here? Let me show you the pictures real quick. I was gonna wait to show you this part, but I don't know. I just started talking about it, so you guys know what I'm talking about here. Okay, so let me just show you. First of all, let's bring. I'll do this picture first. See, I'm not sure. Maybe they're sitting down in this picture. Man, I had it in my head the order I wanted to do things today, and this was gonna be like after I show the videos and everything. I don't know why I just screwed it up and started talking about it now. I can't keep I always switch it up. I wanted to play like the videos of everything first, but let me just show you these and then we'll go back to give you something to think about while we're watching these videos, and then we'll go back and actually go back through this again. Okay, so let me just share the screen real quick. I just want to show you this real quick. 'Cause it's, like, on my mind, I can't figure it out. Okay. So, this is a picture of okay, so this is a picture of Steve-O and Keegan's dad, Tony, right? And I looked up, I could Google it in front of you if you want, but trust me, just Google Steve-O, it says he's 5'10", right? And we could Google it later, I could show you guys, but it says, you know, if you Google him, it says he's 5'10". Okay, so look, I mean, the dad doesn't appear to be that much taller than him, right? I mean, if anything, they're around the same height, unless if he's like bending his legs or something. But would you be taking a picture like squatting? I don't know, but let me show you another one here. Okay, then you have all three of them. This one's a little bit harder to tell because he does appear taller, but it's the angle. I don't want to judge on this because the angle how he's doing it, and then he appears shorter, but I don't know. This one confuses me, this picture, but I want to show you this one picture right here. Look. Why do they look the same height now, right? Actually, Keegan looks a little bit taller than his dad, right? But why in all these other pictures his dad looks a little bit taller than Keegan, right? So I don't know. I guess it's just yeah, I don't know what to guess because why? I mean, I guess on his records it says he's 6 foot, and I know it's not a huge deal about the height, but it kind of is a little bit of a big deal because it is one of the things that people look for, and it's one of the things that they told us they could be off. Who knows? I actually caught a thing Libra sent me, like who Anthony Greeno or whatever was doing a live. I think that's his. I forget what his channel's name is, but I had skimmed through that live that you sent me, and so they did like a height check and stuff, like they matched it against his height, and they came to the conclusion that it appears that Bridge Guy is about 5'10" too. But who knows, guys? What do you guys think of just that, real quick? Um, Okay, so look, yeah, he appears it always appears a little bit taller, except in that one picture. Like even here, doesn't it seem like the dad's always just a little bit taller, or maybe even like a couple inches taller? I always thought it was like a couple inches, but then you go to this one, and it doesn't. It looks like it doesn't look. I mean, they look almost like the same height. Maybe the hat makes him a little bit look a little taller, but I mean, um, so I don't know. Maybe they're around the same height. The dad and the let's just I guess it'd be safe to say they're around the same height, the dad and the son. So, but as far as the Stevo, now this one, like I said, is really hard to tell. So I'm not going to go by this one, but this one looks like, it's not really that angle. They're really side by side. If Stevo really is 5'10", then there's no way that the dad could be 6 foot, which means there's no way that Keegan could be 6 foot, right? You know? Well, the only reason I'm saying that but it was on the police affidavit. I'm doing the wrong one. Scrap out. Wouldn't they know for sure though? It was on that record that it said he was 6 foot, Keegan. So that's just one thing. It's not the only thing, and it's not like there could be a little bit of variance. Maybe there is a 4-inch difference. I mean, who knows? Maybe they are off that much. I mean, who knows? But it's just something to get you to think about. I'm confused. I really am. Just is the height. So let's just act like the height doesn't matter in this because they might not even be that tall. So let's just try to figure it out, disregarding the height, I guess, because I'm not convinced that they're that tall anyway. And like I said, when I was looking through the pictures of the dad, I'm like, man, it doesn't appear that he's that tall, because if you look at his legs and stuff, the ones where you could see his whole body in my last video, I pointed out, like his legs, he doesn't have very tall legs, but I know his like torso could be maybe tall. It just doesn't seem like, and I was picturing like he has to be like 6'2" or something, because I was like, he appears like he's a couple inches taller than Keegan in a lot of these photos. But no, I'm gonna go by this photo. They're about the same height, I would say. Maybe the dad could be maybe a half inch taller, but I don't know. When I first looked at it, I was like, wait, is Keegan taller? But then the hat. So maybe the dad might be like, if anything, a half inch taller than him. What would you guys say? Okay, so we'll go back to this. I want to play you a couple videos first, but we will go back to this because I want to see what you guys think about this. Well, actually, let me just see in chat what you guys are saying about what I just showed you, because I'm just curious. Hold on, let me go back to chat. Okay, let's see. The dad looks plausible match for BG. Yeah, no, he does. And I didn't want to put side by sides, but now that I'm seeing everybody else they're not listening to the freaking law enforcement, and they're doing side by sides. So I edited a couple photos, and I'm gonna, at the end, I'll ask what you guys think. I was gonna do like put you at the end, like bring you to my editor and like do like the overlay and we could just like see how close it is. But let me know what you guys think when we get to that part because I don't know. I know that law enforcement originally said don't do that, but I feel like all the rules have changed now. I feel like they're not even following their own rules, and I don't know. I just, yeah, no, I do, I do. I was like putting them side by side, and I think the dad looks like the first sketch more, and Keegan looks like the second sketch more. And what was I gonna say? And they're gonna be releasing here. Let me play this real quick little video for the news. They're gonna be releasing more um God, I can't even talk more more information. They're going to be releasing information on this week. They're supposed to law enforcement. So whether they're going to say there's a connection or they're going to come out and like every other time and say, sorry guys, no connection, he's not a suspect. But I don't think they're going to say that this time because this is the only time that they've actually like asked for help. Hey, anybody know this profile? Just the way that this is all happening, I feel like that it's not gonna be like the other things now. As I can see how it's going, I feel like it's different this time. I do. I hope. Wait, let me bring up this video file, just this quick little clip, and then I have like 3 different clips of the family responding. They're not like really long interviews, but responding to this news. There's one of the sister, one of Libby's mom, and then one of Libby's grandpa. Well, there's 2 of Libby's grandpa talking about all this stuff going on. Like I said, it's not like a really long interview, but we'll watch him. Hold on, let me play this real quick first. Okay, so we'll do this one first. This is just telling how they're gonna.
They broke the news this week how their deaths may be connected to a child porn case in Miami County. Now we've learned state police may be ready to give new information about the timing of the arrest in that case and their public call for information this week. News 8's Demi Johnson explains.
We stopped by several places today and no one wanted to talk. We want to know why court documents say Kegan Klein was interviewed and admitted to running and creating the Anthony Shots account just 12 days after the girls were murdered. But he wasn't taken into custody until more than 3 years later. The Miami County prosecutor told me in a statement he was not able to talk about the investigation, but said state police were expected to release more information early next week. We went to a home where some of Klein's relatives live to try and speak to his father. No one answered at the house. Court documents say the search warrant investigators carried out in February 2017 was for Klein and his father at his father's home. We also tried to.
Are you guys hearing that going in and out? Why is it doing that? It was playing fine before. Do you guys hear that too, or is it my microphone messing up? Do you hear it like going in and out? Because I feel like I need new headphones. I don't know if it's just me buffering. Oh, it is. Okay. Shoot. Gosh darn it. That's gonna be annoying. Well, it's almost over. I hope all my videos don't do that. That's crazy because it was playing fine earlier. Let me try.
Visit Klein's father's house earlier this week, but no one answered. When we went to the Miami County Sheriff's Office today, we were told he wasn't around and wouldn't be for the rest of the day. Klein faces 30 counts, including child porn and child solicitation in Miami County. He's due in court on Thursday. I reached out to state police today after getting several questions about how the public can help. Should you still be sharing the sketch or just focusing on the social media account? The state police tell me they're not asking anyone to stop sharing anything, but their primary focus right now is on the Anthony Shots profile and anyone who may have interacted with it. Reporting in Peru, Demi Johnson, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Sorry, guys. I don't know why I was doing that. I hope the other ones don't do that. I'm going to wait to play another video. I'm going to read this article. So this is from the article from like 2017 when they when they went to his house for the warrant. And you heard, I think it was on that. It was, man, I was too focused on the freaking choppiness of it. I think it was that video. Didn't she say that it actually was a warrant for both of them, right? Like, so it was a warrant for the dad and the son, which connects the dad in this whole crappy situation, disgusting situation. Um, and there was also something where it was, I watched a video earlier too, where they were talking about how it was another news video, or maybe it was an article where they were talking about how he was like the recipient, I think they called it, of the search warrant on the 25th, February 25th. The dad too. So it was the dad and Keegan. So maybe, after investigating, they came to the conclusion that the dad, wasn't as involved as they thought. I don't know, but the warrant was for both of them. So that's kind of interesting. Well, when we were thinking maybe the dad was involved. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. I hope the other videos don't do that. Gosh darn it. I don't know why it's doing that. That's my mom's birthday too, Jill. That's crazy. My mom's oh my God, that's so weird. I didn't even think about that on when we were, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I don't want to associate that with my mom's birthday. But when we were going through the affidavit and the date, I didn't even connect that to my mom's birthday, but that's her birthday too. Wow. Cool. Yeah, that's true. Maybe, and maybe they found out that the dad, they couldn't find a connection with him. But the fact that when these news sources are trying to reach out to him, if you go to different news reporters and they say they're trying to reach out to the law enforcement, like Delphi, on the investigation, and they're basically saying they can't talk about it. So that just makes me think there is something going on, instead of them saying, oh, there's no connection, no, he's not a suspect. They're just saying, it'll hurt the investigation, which is huge, I think, because if it wasn't a part of that investigation, then why, it is, because this is a part of it, so, and they might have found a pretty good connection. And like I said, a lot of people were thinking maybe it's that maybe Keegan and his dad might not be the actual killers, but they know who is, like that profile was used by more than one person, or that they were in connection with the people, like it was all kind of connected, and maybe they weren't actually the ones that killed them, but they are associated with the whole thing. Oh, thanks. See, Carrie RN. Yes, I know. So there's just little red flags, and then when I saw the height, because the height kept throwing me off. And when I saw those pictures, and I was like, wait a minute, it doesn't look like they're as tall as what we think, guys. So that was one of the things that kept stopping me, even though it wasn't I wasn't basing all of it on that, but I just kept thinking about that, 6 foot, but now yeah, I'm doubting. I'm doubting he is that tall. Okay, so we'll get to that some more, actually, because I do want to talk about that more if more people come in. I want to show them those pictures at the end again, and so we could get some more input on that. Okay, so let me read this article, you guys. This is from, hold on, and then because I'm going to wait a few minutes before I play the videos of the family, because just in case if it is buffering or something's going on, I don't want it to screw up the videos. Okay. So let's do, this is, oh. Okay, so this is from, of course, I just screwed that up. I know that. There we go. Okay, so this is from February 25th, 2017. It says FBI searches Peru home, finds no link to Delphi killings, right? So this is them saying no link, but let's just read what it said back then. Peru, Indiana. FBI searched a home in Peru Saturday in connection to the killings of the 2 Delphi teenagers. The name of the man who lives at the Peru home on Canal Street had came up during the ongoing investigation into the homicides of 14-year-old Liberty German and 13-year-old Abigail Williams, said FBI agent Bob Ramsey. After conducting the search, however, FBI do not believe the man has any ties to the case, he said. We in no way believe he is connected to the murder of those girls, Ramsey said. This is the second search warrant that has been served in relation to the February 13th killings of German and Williams, whose bodies were found the next day near Deer Creek, east of Delphi, roughly a half-mile upstream from where they were last seen. Police on February 16th also interviewed a man and searched his Delphi home on West Bicycle Bridge Road, but didn't recover anything, the Journal and Courier previously reported. Ramsey said search warrants and subpoenas are to be expected in the investigation process, and investigators will follow up on any information they uncover. We are taking every lead we can and trying to get as much information out out of that, he said. Indiana State Police also released a radio public service announcement on Saturday that asked for the public's help in the case. Police had received 7,800 tips in the total thus far, according to a tweet. Anyone with information related to the case is being asked to call 844-459-5786. I don't know if this stuff is still the same though, so because this is from 2017, but at that time it was a $50,000 reward. Isn't it up to like almost like over $250,000, right? Isn't that what we saw the other live when we were looking at? I know it's a lot higher, but I forget what it's at right now. Okay. So I just thought that was interesting because this is from way back after the warrant of, them searching them in connection to the murders, but coming up like they didn't think there was any connection, which doesn't mean that there isn't now. Maybe they found something now. Okay. So that's that. Let me see. I'm going to try, you guys, to play the video because I wanted to play those first with the family. Let me just see who's in chat. Yeah, yep. Crime Geek. The video says 5'8" to 5'10". That's what they say, the description. But oh, he says. Wait, what? Crime Geek. What are you referring to? Who could be 5'8", 5'10"? Here, these are the photos I was showing earlier for the. I don't know. Were you in here, Crime Geek? Hold on. Let me pull this up. When I was trying to figure this out, Steve-O's 5'10". This is his dad, Keegan's dad, which he doesn't appear to be really tall. They appear almost to be the same height. If anything, maybe he could be a half-inch taller, but I think they look more like the same height, unless if he's like kneeling down or something, like squatting, which why would he be doing that? This one's a little bit harder to tell. They're all three together, but because of the angle on it, and it looks like he's bent over for sure. He's bending down on this one for sure, you could tell. He does look a lot taller than Steve-O, but look at the angle. It's like coming from, I don't know. This one, I just don't feel like it's a good one to tell. It's very deceiving, I feel like. But then, like I was saying, I was going through and saying, like, look, the dad always appears to be taller than his son in all these side by sides. But then I found this one. I know I already showed you guys, but I wanted to show a couple other people were talking about it, and I don't think they were here when I was showing this. And then when I came across this picture again, and I'm like, wait a minute. They appear to be pretty much the same height. If anything, like you see how he has his legs spread, which would make him appear a little bit shorter, right? If he would squeeze his legs together, if he would stand with his legs together, actually wouldn't that make you a little bit taller, right? Because if you're kind of like standing like this, it kind of shrinks your height a little bit, not a ton, but I feel like it would make you a little bit shorter. So if he would kind of like put his legs together like they are, I feel like he's about the same height as his dad. But why on these other ones? It's just showing you that, wow, pictures could be really deceiving though, really. I mean, because I just was thinking he was taller because of these ones. But anyway, okay. Let's I'm gonna try to play this next video, guys. And if it's choppy again, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll try to come out and come back in, but maybe it won't be. Let's keep our fingers crossed, okay? All right, we're gonna play. I'll do the one I have one with all three of them, the clips, and then I found another one where the grandfather is on again. So let me play the one with the three though. Hold on. How's everybody doing tonight though? Sunday night. Okay, let's keep our fingers crossed that it plays good, guys. I hope. I feel all like I was all prepared. I had everything ready, and now it's gonna do this. Hi, Scout Inquirer. I was trying to tell you how to you earlier, but I was playing a video. What video? Wait, Crime Geek, what do you mean? I should see what video. Oh, thanks, Lori. Oh, Peter Pan. Hey, Casey. Hey, Ashley. Yay, you're alive. Hey, Michael. All right. Hey, Randy wants the facts. Randy Ray wants the facts. All right.
Police are now looking into a fake male model Instagram account as part of their investigation into the murder of two 14-year-old girls. Libby German was one of the girls who was tragically murdered. Her mom, Carrie Timmons, joins us now to react. Carrie, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us, and we're so sorry for the loss of your beautiful daughter.
I just have to respond to you, crime geek. And I saw that part. That's what I was saying earlier. I saw the height part. I skimmed it. I didn't get to watch the whole live, but I saw that part with them testing the height. So you must not have been here when I was saying that. With Anthony Greeno, where they put him on when he's on the bridge, and then they put like where what's his name figured out where bridge guy. Some people were getting mad because I said BG, so I'm gonna start calling him bridge guy. Where they figured out where he was on the bridge, and then Anthony stood like right in them, like they had the picture and he was like right there. So they came to the conclusion that he's either about 5'10", 5'8" to 5'10". Yeah, I did see that. That's interesting. So that means if that's correct, and the cops were right and the witnesses and everything was accurate. Yeah. But thanks. All right. So it looks like this is playing good, guys. Let me just rewind it a couple seconds. I shouldn't have said that. Shoot, knock on wood. Hold on. All right. Yeah, because you know why though, real quick about BG is because when you're reading about this, all of them are initials, right? You have flannel shirt guy, they say FSG, when you're writing it, it's all like initials. So like when I'm talking about it, I'm seeing like the writing, like the initials. So I just say BG. Somebody's like, are you too lazy just to say bridge guy? Like you just say BG. And it's like, no, I'm not too lazy. It takes about the same amount of effort. It's just, I'm like seeing it in my head and I'm just saying the initials, but I'll try to just say the full ones if it's bothering you guys so much. I know it's not bothering everybody, but there's a couple people who are making fun of me. That's true, grunge truck. And then they did talk about on that Anthony Greeno, they talked about how there's like the wood, like there is like ones that are like dipped a little bit lower. So what if it was uneven? What if he was like in one of those somehow or something, which would have made him a little bit shorter? So that's why they're saying like it's still not they're still not convinced that he's for sure 5'10", because there could be other factors going into play. So yeah. Kristen BG. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to just say bridge guy, but if I do end up saying BG, because there were some people saying, who is BG? You keep saying, and the one guy's like, she can't even say bridge guy. Oh my god, you guys. So if you hear me say BG, that's who it is, but I am gonna try to say bridge guy. Just said that they were the same age. Okay, let me play this, guys, and I'll come back and chat.
Of your beautiful daughter.
Here, I'm going to rewind it a little bit to when she first comes on. Okay. There we go.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we're so sorry for the loss of your beautiful daughter. As it relates to the latest development from police, they say they found a fake online profile called Anthony_Shots, which uses photos of a male model to communicate with underage girls. What do you make of this latest development?
One more thing. Actually, the real video is choppy when she talks for some reason. So I just want to let you guys know that part is going to be that way because maybe her audio or her mic or something is just not, I don't know, but it's just when she talks. So I apologize for that.
Since 2016. So it makes you wonder why now? What's happening? Something obviously big is happening for it to come to light at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I found this pretty interesting because this case is almost 5 years old now. Do you know if police searched your daughter's cell phone or social media? I'm just wondering why now they are interested in this person's profile.
I wish I knew. I feel like they've obviously been working on something all of this time. Maybe some new information has come to light. But whatever it is, it made them decide to break their silence. They haven't said anything in quite some time. So hopefully this is going to be, the missing puzzle piece that we need to solve this case.
I so hope so, for your sake and everybody who loved your daughter and her friend Abigail Williams. There are reports that a 27-year-old named Kegan Klein, who was arrested on child porn charges, could be connected to this profile in some way. His lawyer says he has nothing to do with the murder of your daughter and her friend. Are you familiar with who he is, or do you have any reaction to that at all?
I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him prior to this. I'm interested to find out where this is going to go, really.
Yeah, and, lastly, what would you like people watching to know about your daughter?
She's greatly missed. She would be 19 this year. Her birthday's coming up, so... I wish she was still here.
Yeah, from all accounts, she was a beautiful girl, a brave girl, because we know that she took a photo of a suspect and also recorded audio, and police are using that. And I mean, she was so smart to do that. Carrie, we're so sorry for your loss, and we wanted to share this update to keep this story alive. So hopefully the person who committed this atrocity will face justice. Carrie Timmons, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
The help that police want from you right now, and the big questions in the case that still remain.
It has been almost 5 years since 13-year-old Abby Williams and 14-year-old Libby German were killed. Family members tell us this is the first newly released information on the case in nearly 2 years. And tonight, Dustin Grove begins our team coverage with what detectives announced and reaction from the family. Dustin?
Good evening, Jenny and Anne Marie. Police say they want to learn more about the person who used a fake social media profile around the same time Abby and Libby were killed. And we found someone in jail tonight in a neighboring county who used a profile with that same name. What isn't clear is if that's the guy police are looking for and how it might all be connected to the Delphi case. It's something these girls' families want to know too.
It definitely gives me a renewed sense of hope.
That announcement from police, the plea for information about this social media profile, it's what Libby German's sister calls the first potential lead in 2 years.
It's a very good feeling knowing that they're still working on it and they do have new information and new leads that they're working on.
While investigating the murders, detectives say they uncovered an online profile named Anthony Schatz. They say the person behind it was communicating with underage girls to get nude images, obtain their addresses, and try to meet them. Detectives just published a plea for help about it on YouTube.
Detectives are seeking information about the person who created the Anthony Schatz profile.
Today, 13 News obtained these court documents that show a man using that same profile name arrested for child pornography last year in neighboring Miami County. Detectives in that case say Kegan Klein admitted to using the social media profile Anthony Schatz to meet girls and that he had received about 100 sexual images. The documents mention nothing about the Delphi case, and state police wouldn't say how Anthony Schatz might fit into their investigation. They are all questions Kelsey German would like answered as the painful search for justice continues 5 years later.
It just feels like a new wave of grief is hitting me really hard. In that, you have to stay hopeful and remember that it's all going to happen in God's timing, and to stay hopeful that justice will come no matter what.
Now, it's important to point out here, this man in Miami County has not been named a person of interest in the Delphi case. So what drew investigators to this social media profile, and why are they interested? Well, state police wouldn't say. I also asked if they talked with Klein or planned to. And here's what the state police said about that. A spokesperson said Indiana State Police do not confirm or deny anyone who is or is not a suspect in any ongoing investigation. At this time, we're looking for any information about the Anthony Schatz profile and anyone who may have had contact with that profile. The case that you're referring to is a separate child pornography case. So how are they connecting these dots how might these dots be connected or not? We just don't know. There's an information gap still here.
I'm out here pleading for the public, who's been a great help, but this is another opportunity where people can step up.
The families of Libby German and Abby Williams are hoping the latest development from state police will reveal the killer.
And if you have any information, to please help and share that back with the investigator team.
On Tuesday, state police released this video message disclosing an interest in an individual using the social media name Anthony_Shots on Snapchat and Instagram between the years 2016 and 2017. The individual used the pictures of a real-life model not involved in this case. Police say the individual used these images to get young girls to send nude images or to get their address to meet them.
There's predators out there that are preying upon our children. Whether that's exactly what is going on here, I can't say, but obviously we know that happens. And I think it's becoming more prevalent as technology gets better and we move further into the the age that we're in with all the media platforms and ways to communicate out there. Just be cautious and make sure that your children are aware of their surroundings.
The families have endured what will be 5 years this upcoming February, which has included a number of sketches, including this one in 2017 based on Libby's cell phone video. Then this sketch was released in April 2019. That was the last major development nearly 2 years ago. And now, this time around, a sense of hope that may be the next call to the families from investigators will be the last.
I won't get too excited until I get the phone call from the investigative team that says, we've made an arrest, or we're about to, or we have him. That's when maybe I'll crack a bigger smile.
Man, why is it doing that? It's really making me mad. So annoying. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think what I could do. Because it wasn't until the end, and then it would get better. So yeah, that voice is that one of those like computerized like voices or something? It was kind of weird. The narrator, I don't know. All right, there's one other clip. Hopefully this will be all right. Of the dad, and then we'll chat. Hold on, let me just play this.
Bye.
All right, hold on a second. That's just too annoying. Hold on one second, guys. I just want to see something real quick. Oh, what the heck? It's really starting to make me mad. Just give me 1 minute. I want to see something. I just want to test out a couple of things. There's going to be It's so weird because now I'm listening to it on my own and it's fine. It's just when I play it through StreamYards, it's not the video. I don't know what to do. Maybe let's wait till a little bit later. Maybe there's something going on with StreamYard or something, because that's just too annoying. Just remind me. We'll do that in a little bit. We'll try to replay it because it's just, you guys don't want to. You'll get annoyed. And that started at the very beginning. So if it's gonna be like that throughout the thing. All right, one more. Let me see. what else did I want to share? So I have that video we'll do later. I want to actually share. Oh yeah, look at this. I found his MySpace and there's only one picture on there. It's the one that I actually used for a part of the thumbnail. This is the picture he has on his profile. Look how young he is there. And then there's like he has 3 demos, but it won't let me listen to them, and I don't know if it's because I don't have a MySpace account or I wasn't logged in, or it's just because it's such an old platform and it's just not the right, maybe it's too old or something. Because it would let me press play, but then it wouldn't play. So he had like 3 demos, like songs on it, and then it just kind of had. I think he was following. Actually, I could pull it up. Hold on, I'll show you. So that's the only picture, and then he has. Let me pull it up real quick. Where did I put it? Oh, actually. Shoot, I don't have the link right now. What do I do with the link to? Oh, there it is. Here we go. All right. So this is I don't think I ever had a MySpace, so I don't even know. Did you guys used to have one when when it was like, before all the other stuff came out? Yeah, it is. So this is see, it just has like top 8 Galveston, Indiana. So it looks like he's people connected to them 446 people they are connected to. I try to so this is the people they're connected to. I don't know if this is all like musicians or people or something. Set on the sky. I feel like it's like are they just other MySpace pages? Do you know? Okay, so then you could go when you go to the songs. Well, he did have 3 demos when I hold on, where are they? Where'd they go? They were here the other day. Now they're not popping up. There's like 3 of them. They were only like 17 seconds long, or they were really short. How do I get to them? See if it works. I doubt it'll work anyway. Yeah, because one of them is Walk on Water. Here we go. But it just won't play. Walk on Water. This is 2010. I don't know. Yeah, it won't let me play any of them. But anyway, so that's nothing too much to see there. I just thought I wish I could get into it more. Whether or not it's because I'm not signed in, or it's just he doesn't really have anything else in there. Anyway, all right. Okay. And then I wanted to show you this post from WTHR, which it's kind of interesting how this is worded. I'm sure you guys have seen this. A lot of you guys that are really following this case closely. So Carter said, reaching this point proves that perpetual pressure works. He declined to elaborate. I mean, think about what he's saying there. That it works. So does that mean that it's because they're close to finding the person? I mean, do you guys see what I'm talking about? You guys kind of hold on. Let me get this page back up real quick. Maybe. Hold on 1 second. I wanted to see what his title was. Is it like sergeant, captain? What do they call him? I don't want to call him the wrong name. Carter. Do you guys know? I guess it doesn't. Maybe isn't that big of a deal, but let me see. I just like to be respectful. I don't know. I can't find it real quick. Let me see what you guys are saying. Maybe you guys already answered. I'll put this thing back up as soon as I. Sorry, I'm trying to get Sergeant Carter. Okay. Is it Sergeant Deuce? Well, whatever they call him, he's running, in the investigation for Delphi. For him to have said that, I still can't find the title. Why am I like an idiot here? Captain, let me see. Are you saying it is Captain for sure? But I mean, don't you think that that's kind of interesting what he said basically? Or am I reading too much into it? I feel like it's very like, wow. Very telling. Superintendent, is that what it is? But he he's in the investigation. So he says, let me put that back up again. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. When I saw that, I'm like, wow. Carter said reaching this point proves that perpetual pressure works. He declined to elaborate. I mean, I feel like what is that saying? I feel like it's saying that it's working, like they found him or they're getting really close because it's working. All this pressure, it's working. They're finding him. They might have, right? I know. So that's another reason I saw that too. And I'm like, oh my gosh. You know what? That reminds me. You guys remind me. I want to put up the comment as I'm responding to them. I totally agree. People have been saying, not a ton of people, but people will comment under my lives like, how do we know who you're talking to? You'll answer. And if we're rewatching the live, like we don't know who you're talking to and it's just confusing. So I'm going to try to remember to put up the comment when I answer. Yeah. So it sounds like he did. Whether or not Kegan, is it Kegan or Keegan? Because I've been calling him Keegan, but then I'm like, wait, would Keegan have two E's? Because it's just K-E. Wonder, have you guys heard anybody say it? I don't know, either Kegan or Keegan. I think it's Keegan, but then I feel like I heard somebody say Kegan in a video, and I'm like, am I saying it wrong? And I'm like, yeah, Keegan would be two E's. Keegan. I don't know. So what was I saying? Yeah, so I feel like, yeah, it's saying that either he has something to do with it, it's leading him somewhere, basically, whether he's directly involved or he's connected to the person. I think that they found a connection at least for sure. I've been calling him Keegan too. Yeah, it is Keegan. Okay, thanks. So it is Keegan. Okay. I heard somebody. It wasn't like law enforcement, or it wasn't like any news reporters, which that still doesn't mean, oh, a news reporter said it. That means it's right. It's still, but it was just like a channel. I feel like, and they said Kegan. I'm like, oh my god, I'm saying that wrong. And then I was thinking, I'm surprised nobody corrected me yet, but it probably is just Keegan. Oh, Stevie, thanks for joining. I thank you earlier. I don't know if you were in when you joined it. Thanks for joining, becoming a member earlier. It is Keegan. Okay, Keegan. So I was right. My first instinct. Anyway, so yeah, I also said in an interview we had information early on in regards to this case before this info was released. Yeah, so a lot of people think that no, and I think there is an article somewhere where that some media had this information about this Anthony Schatz profile and possibly about Keegan. Because remember, we were talking about this in the last live. How do they come out and they ask about this profile, and then the next morning they have the name of the guy and it's posted all over? Like that's not just like good work by the media and good work by everybody where they put it out and then all of a sudden, yes, they got the name wrote, they got it overnight from everybody like looking into it and they figured it out. That was that they already had the name and they were covering their bases. The media was about to come out. The media got into something. Somebody found something about this Anthony Shots and Keegan, and we're about to release it. And I feel like law enforcement was like, well, wait, we have to put out something. We have to put out a statement or something because this is going to make us look bad because we know about this. They it might be connected, and if you put it out, then it's gonna look like it's just gonna make them look bad. So I feel like they hurry up and put that statement out that night about if anybody has any information about Anthony Shots, and then they act like oh, the next day. Well, then it was the news media the next day. It's Keegan. That's who Anthony Shots' profile is, and it's like no, that was known. That was known. I feel like. Well, we know it was known because they went to his house on the 25th, but I feel like they did that. They only came out because it was gonna come out anyway. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Like, it was already known, it was already gonna come out, the media was already probably like, "Hey, we're gonna put this out, we found this connection," and then law enforcement wanted to make sure they were the first to say something, I think. I mean, what do you guys think? It was just really weird, yeah, because it wasn't like just how it all happened, it was just really weird. That the next day it was like, bam, there he is. Like, that's him. Like, yeah, you've known about this whole freaking time. So hopefully them waiting and hiding, not hiding it, but them, keeping all this private, hopefully it's actually helped them to build up good investigation. I hope it's benefited somehow because the family was blindsided. The family's like you heard Libby's mom saying, I have no idea. I've never heard of this guy before. Like, who's this guy? You never heard of Keegan? The reporter asked her. She's just like, no, it's news to me. So they're probably all like, what the heck? Like, you're onto something, and they didn't tell. I mean, I know they don't have to tell the family or everybody everything because it is important for the investigation. But it's the fact that the way that they were putting stuff out, it was like they acted like they knew nothing. Like, I feel like why didn't they tell us to be looking for certain things like way back? I mean, there's thousands of people into this case that would you put all of the manpower together and all of the um hours that they could help like for internet stuff and for that this kind of stuff and then to get the people who did have connection to Anthony Shots, they could have been working on that for years, of people. Hey, did you have connection? Who did you meet? Did you ever meet them? Did they, what did they say? All the questions they could have been asking for years. So I'm really confused why they they did it this way. I hope it's going to benefit. I mean, I hope there's a good reason. Um, because now 5 years later, and it seems like now we're where we should have been. I feel like February 25th after the search warrant. Like, why didn't that start all this? What we're doing now. But maybe it'll all make sense when they come out this week and explain. Maybe it'll all make sense. Hopefully. What do you guys think? So no, I thought that was interesting that what Carter said, which is like, whoa, man, you guys, what if they finally caught him? And then I want to play. I found this other post by somebody that supposedly, hold on, let me find it real quick. That knew him. Hold on, didn't know him. Well, knew him, but let me find it. Yes. All right. So I already shared that. I'm trying to be really organized and have a folder of when I'm sharing, putting it in like used. So I know what I already shared with you. Shared this. Okay. This one right here. Okay. So this person said, I think the worst part of the Keegan Klein stuff is that he's been doing weird crap for a long time. When I was a teenager, he was notorious for hitting up every local girl he could find on Facebook. He was creepy as F in the open. Oh, out in the open, and everyone just ignored it. So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that he had a history of being like that. Um, I don't know, Heavenly Clouds. I mean, was it him and his dad? Were him and I mean, was he the first sketch? Was the dad the first sketch and him the second? Which I am going to show you a couple. Or what do you guys think? The whole side by side. Do you think it's okay to do that or not? Because people are doing it with this one, at least I've noticed. Because I also, like I said earlier, I want to go into the editor and share it and like do like where you do like an overlay and just I haven't done it yet, but I think we could do it together where we'll put like Keegan with one of the sketches and like slowly like make it overlay on top to see how close, and same with the dad, do it to both. But what do you guys think about that? How do you guys feel about doing that? You feel like it's okay, or I just don't want to disrespect anybody. I don't know, Leia. Not that I know of. I'm still waiting for the records to be sent to me. They said, okay, we'll send you the invoice because there's 10 cents a copy. And I was like, okay, so did you send it? Like, because they sent me like all these things where you click on the document, but then there's like a login, and I'm like, well, I can't get into it. And he's like, well, no, you can't yet or whatever. I'm like, well, what's going on? So I don't know. Unless if they're physically I'm expecting an email with the documents, but unless if they're physically sending me like the paper, like a hard copy of the report. But why? I'd rather have it instant and get like an email, right? Oh well, whatever happens. Yeah, Brianna. I mean, maybe he's not. Maybe he just is in connection with the person that did it somehow through that profile, you know? I feel like there's some kind of connection. That I don't know. It's just the way that this is all going about is it just seems different than the other ones. But like this week, did they say Tuesday they're supposed to come out, or why do I have Tuesday in my head? Or haven't they said what day? They said this week, but I don't know why I feel like I heard Tuesday. Did you guys? So anyway, yeah, so let me just read this one more time. I think the worst part of the Keegan Klein stuff is that he's been doing weird stuff for a long time. When I was a teenager, he was notorious for hitting up every local girl he could find on Facebook. He was creepy as out in the open, and everyone just ignored it. So his dad, it seemed like him and his dad were really close, right? They're always going, like, traveling together. They just seem like they're close. They're close. So it's just hard to believe that his dad wasn't aware of this going on. So then it makes you think, was the dad involved too? Was he a sicko too and involved in this stuff? Maybe. Yeah. Hey, look. Did you know the model? He is a cop. He's like helping the investigation. Let me show you that article real quick. Hold on. And then what else do I want to show you? I have some other things here. I used that. Oh, let me show you one more thing, and then we'll read the article about the model. I want to show you. I can't remember who sent this. Leave. I don't know if you sent me this. If you did, thanks, or if it was another viewer that sent me this email. But it's about his music here. Hold on. I know we talked about his music, and I didn't want to play it because I was afraid of the copyright and stuff. But we sent the link. But I'm talking about like it describes it. Hold on. Let me do that first, and then we'll do the model. This one's a little quicker. All right. So it's a music everybody wiki. I think Libras, you share this, but I can't remember for sure. But shout out to whoever did. So Kegan Anthony Klein. Oh, it's still small. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. Kegan Anthony Klein, born May 27th, 1994, is the lead vocalist and guitar player of pop punk band Kegan Klein and former live fill-in lead singer of the band Palais Royale. He is an inspiring musician living in Las Vegas and Indiana, currently writing his album Vegas, which is scheduled to drop worldwide streaming March 13th, 2020. Under Gold Bar USA. He is managed by Artery Foundation. He got an offer while playing poker in Las Vegas for a job with a Red Bull signed band, Beartooth. He went on tour with them for 2 months and decided to join them for the Vans Warped Tour 2015. He also worked on the Vans Warped Tour 2017, 2018. He then got a gig with Amorosa for a fall tour. He has worked with the following bands: Silverstein, Taking Back Sunday, The Used, Panic at the Disco, Saves the Day, Paramore, Hawthorne Heights, Sense Fail, We the Kings, Say Anything, Boys Like Girls, Under Oath, Mayday Parade, The Starting Line, and Cute Is What We Aim For. Before his break, he was a blackjack dealer, professional poker player, and he co-owned a marijuana delivery service in Las Vegas. Wait, hold on. He currently has a marketing company called Klein & Company. He is set to go on tour late 2020 to kick off his album release. But instead, he got arrested, right? Well, I don't know, because he got arrested in August 2020, so I don't know when he was going on tour. And has a tour schedule with Dizzy Wright and Paris Shadows. So, wow. I mean, do you think all this is true? Because, I mean, I don't know, huh? So, all BS, somebody said. Maybe. Maybe, dudes. I don't know. But he does have some music. We listened to, well, we sent the link. I didn't play it on my lives, but I was listening to it to see if we could compare like voice. But it sounds like auto-tuned, and we don't even know which one he is singing and stuff. But I wouldn't but it's pop punk. Would you guys, those days that has heard his music, is that what you classify that as? Is pop punk? Huh. I wouldn't think that's what it would be, but not my type of music. Yeah, maybe we will. We'll dig into that. That's a good idea. I'm a kidder. I'm a kidro. I'm going to put this off to the side, and we're going to get into that later, actually. We'll try to dig into some of this maybe and see if we could see if he's telling the truth. But I'm going to do that maybe a little bit later. I'll keep it up because I want to go get into some other stuff real quick. Well, let me make sure I'm not. Okay. Oh, wait, let me see. Wait, there's more. Hold on. Music page. The article Kegan Klein is from Wikipedia. Yeah, we could. Let me see. Warped Tour. So wait, what was his band? Let me see what he said his name of this band was again. But that's the thing. Of course, that doesn't mean he is in it. Well, no, because I'm sure they list the people, right? Let's see. He went on tour Vegas for a job with a Red Bull signed band Beartooth. So that would be Beartooth that he went on the Vans Warped Tour with, right? Let me see. Oh, let's see. Is there a picture of him? Hold on. Beartooth, Never Shall. So Beartooth would be, hold on, a Warped Tour. Beartooth. Okay, let's see. It won't let me click on him. I could screenshot it and then zoom in, but I just want to see if any of them really. But of course, it does. It says he played with him, so maybe he's not the official person in the group. I could just see using that excuse. Maybe let's see. All right, hold on, guys. Well, I'm gonna do a screenshot for later, and then we'll try to see what we could find. I feel like this could be a whole live in itself. Is just like going down this whole like going through all the bands and seeing all the stuff he said to see if it's all checks out, checking out pictures of all the bands, see if he's listed, see if he's in any. But I am going to save this picture, so we're going to zoom in and see if it does look like he's in any of the pictures, which I don't know why I just doubt he will be. But let's see, Eric Day, same category. All right, no, that's not going to go anywhere. All right. Well, oh, wait a minute. So what we could do, we could always just look up Beartooth, right? Because that's the one that he supposedly. Oh, and then he got a gig with Amorosa too. So yeah, actually, hold on. It's a good idea. Hold on, give me 1 minute, guys. All right. I don't know. Do you guys want to do that now, or do you want to do that later? Where you can get and do the look at the other stuff we're gonna do. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep this up. Write down, what is it? Amorosa and Beartooth. For sure, look them up. Wait, hold on. I'll put this in my thing, and then so I don't forget about it. We did this one. Okay. All right. So either way, we'll get to it. I don't know if I'm going to do it right this second or not, but all right. Yeah, let's. Yeah. Yeah, one of his other albums that has that girl, it's like a girl, she's all like dirty and she's in a mask too. All right, guys. Let's do, I want to show you this article of the guy. Oh, I'll write that to Spotify. We'll look at the Spotify album covers because when we were talking about the music before, I was looking at the covers, but I don't think I ever shared them. So we'll do that too. I'll put that on the list later. Just do all the other stuff I was gonna do, and we'll do that then. Okay, so where am I at here? Oh, the article. Yeah. There we go. Did you guys see this article? Hey, Open Minds. Lisa. Oh, really, Lori? Wow. What kind of music is it? We're going to do that. That's what we're going to do at the end. We're going to look at these bands and just see if they have him listed, just out of curiosity, if there's pictures of them. Oh yeah, I've seen you. Okay. You really, so you don't, what do you make out of all this? Did your dad know Keegan or Anthony or Tony? His dad, Jerry, Tony, Jerry, Anthony, whatever. Is there any connection to your dad and them? I mean, I know I've seen an interview with you where you really do think that your dad is. What does the law enforcement say? All right, let's read this a little bit here. I just think it's kind of interesting that so here's the model that the guy that he used as the fake profile. So it says, cop exposes creep. My photos were stolen by catfish being probed over Delphi Snapchat murders, and I'm now helping the investigation. How crazy that. Yeah, I'm gonna do some side by sides. I put some of them side by side. I'm just gonna do it. I think nobody really answered when I asked, but I have a few of them already done that I'm gonna share. I think I'm gonna share with you in a little bit. Because yes, I think Keegan looks like the second sketch they put out, and um, the dad looks like the first. But that's still, I'm not gonna get my hopes up on that because think about all the other ones it did. So yeah, they do. Yeah, but I guess I'm still gonna wait. I just feel like, but I do feel like they are handling this different. So there is, I feel like there's some connection. There's gotta be, whether they are the people or they just know. Let's do a poll. Give a thumbs up if you think that they are the dad and Anthony, or Keegan and his dad are the killers, them two. Do a thumbs down if you don't think. But then I want to do one where if you think there's a connection, but they're not the killers. Is there not? Well, what could we do? Do like a don't. Isn't there a thing that goes like this, or like I don't know what to do for that. Oh yeah, do that. There you go. So down, not no connection, up connection, or up, they are the killers. And then this, if you think that there's a connection, but they aren't the killers, but there's some kind of connection with them. I'm just curious where we all stand. Okay. So up is the killers. Okay. Down is no connection, no killers. And then this sign is, there is a connection, but they're not the killers. Okay. So, wow, I'd say majority of people that are, voting are think that they are. Hey, one of a kind. Okay, cool. I was just curious where. I mean, keep doing. I'm gonna keep looking. Okay, so down and no killers connection. Okay, okay. I mean, so we got a variety, but I would say the majority of the people, at least that are answering in here, is looking like that you think that they are them. Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess the other option would be like if the one of them is like the dad is and Anthony isn't, or Keegan isn't, or why do I keep calling him Anthony? So I'll just call him Tony because that's what he goes by, right? Tony and Keegan. Anyway, so yeah, this guy, he's now helping the investigation. A model turned cop whose pictures were stolen by a catfish social media account recently linked to the Delphi Snapchat murders is assisting with the investigation into the unsolved case, the Sun can reveal. So now he's a cop. He just looks so young to be a cop, but the mustache makes him look more like a cop, I feel like. But just picture without a mustache, I'd be like, wow, he looks like just like like so young still. He's 25 years old. Yeah, I feel like he looks younger than 25. Besides, the mustache makes him look a little bit older. So yeah, the 25-year-old whose name is being withheld by the Sun said in an exclusive statement that he is in direct contact with the Indiana State Police and is helping in any way that I can with the investigation. He confirmed that he's in contact with Indiana State Police about his stolen images. Used by a catfish, 2016-17. The former fashion model, a father of two, is a patrol officer for the Ketchikan Police Department in Alaska. In his brief statement, he said he's been directed by superiors not to answer any questions about the case as of right now. The cop unwittingly found himself at the center of an update in the 2017 murders of Abigail Williams, 13, and her best friend, Libby German, 14, on Monday following a press release from Indiana State Police. In the release, the department said it was seeking information about a bogus social media account called Anthony Shots that detectives believe may be tied to the case. The profile was active between 2016 and 2017 across a number of social media platforms, including Instagram and Snapchat, police said. The bogus account used images of the male model turned cop and portrayed himself as being extremely wealthy and owning multiple sports cars. Some of the posts used by the catfish account were lifted directly from the model's Instagram page, showing him posing shirtless in the mirror. Other posts uploaded to Snapchat showed the fake account appearing to order thousands of dollars worth of clothes at luxury brands like Gucci and driving behind the wheels of Ferraris and Lamborghinis. Catfish warning. In a news release, the Indiana State Police said the creator of the profile used their contrived opulence while communicating with underage girls to solicit nude images, obtain their addresses in attempt to meet them. Oh, okay. Why didn't I remember them saying that he was attempting to meet them? I've been wondering if he was, but I feel like when we read the affidavit and stuff, it wasn't clear if he was actually attempting to meet him, or was it? And I just didn't make the connection. But no, I mean, attempt to meet them. Wow. So how many people did he actually meet? Do you think he met anybody, or wonder how that worked? Or what he would probably do is have them meet somewhere, but he would never actually show up. You know, he would show up, but he wouldn't actually meet him, and just like, you know, be like a bystander and just watch them, try and just look for him or something. I don't know, take pictures of him. Sicko like him, I could see him doing something like that. Wait, who's JR? J Gold? Wait, JR. JR is two disturbing tattoos that look like Abby. Why can't I think who JR? Huh. '70s porn stash. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. True, Emily. Oh, okay. You're talking about that tattoo that, yeah. They call him JR though? Anyway, where are we at? The identity of the male model is known by the police. They said he is not considered a person of interest. The images were used without his knowledge or consent. However, the model was seemingly aware that his images had previously been used for catfishing. In a post uploaded to Instagram 111 weeks ago, the man wrote, "PSA, if you think you have added me on on Facebook, you don't. I don't accept people I don't know. Secondly, I'm not any other dating sites. Snapchat, any other social media services besides Twitter and Instagram. If you think you have been talking to me through DMs, you aren't. You are talking to a fake. Thanks." Wow, an earlier post shared on March 9th, 2018, he wrote, "Lately, been receiving hundreds of DMs asking if I'm talking to people on Tinder, Badoo, Snapchat, Facebook, and my answer is simply no." At this point, he later added, "If you get catfish, you probably deserve it. Do your research and be smart." That's not, yeah, that's kind of messed up. That's me. I mean, what? These are young people, though. You see what I mean? Like they're young kids that they don't know how to do the research. They don't know what to look for. You know, hopefully they are getting smarter and aware of things going on like this, but they'll be young people or they're just naive and they don't know what to look for and what research. So for them to say that you deserve it, yeah, I don't agree with that statement. If you get catfish, you probably deserve it. Do your research and be smart. There are my only social media accounts. I am not on any dating websites. Police have not yet revealed why they believe the Anthony Shots account to be linked to the murders of Abby and Liberty. However, the creator of the account was identified in various media reports as the 27-year-old Kegan Anthony Klein on Tuesday. Klein, who is currently in police custody, was charged in August 2020 with 30 felonies, including child exploitation, possession of CP, obstruction of justice, and synthetic identity deception. Police documents seen by The Sun, which are heavily redacted, do not make any mention of the Delphi case, but do link him to the Anthony Shots social media account. The charges stem from a search of his Peru, Indiana home on February 25th, 2017, just 11 days after the bodies of Liberty and Abby were found. Klein reportedly admitted to police that he'd used the bogus accounts to talk to underage girls, contacting both people he knew and didn't know. He told police he would find girls on Instagram and then ask them to talk to him on Snapchat. According to Klein, he exchanged messages with more than a dozen underage girls and received pictures from them. Klein said he had about 100 pictures from underage girls that were sexual in nature, in addition to about 20 sexually explicit videos. Investigators seized 6 devices from Klein, including smartphones, a tablet, and iPad Touch, as part of the 2017 raid. Many of them contained images of child SA material, records show. There were child SA material filed that depicted female approximately 12 to 17 years of age, posing nude or partially nude and performing sex act on themselves. Yeah, man, children between 3 and 11 engaged in a sex act with an adult on his iPhone 4, according to court documents. Yeah, they also found discussion of sharing links with CP files on Dropbox with another party who is not identified in court documents. So who's that other party? They found a discussion of sharing links. So maybe that other party is the person, because that part's redacted. They don't identify that in the court documents. But could that be the answer? That this other party? According to online court records, Klein is back in court for a pretrial conference December 16th. Online jail records list him as currently being in custody in Miami County. So I guess we'll see December 16th, which is what day is that? That should be coming this week. Wonder if the Delphi, wonder if they'll come out and make a statement or some kind of press conference or something before the court pretrial. I guess it's just pretrial. Hold on. I'm trying to see what day. Oh, that's Thursday. So that'll be Thursday. He'll be in court. Reacting to the development in the case, Abby's grandfather, Eric Erkson, told the Sun that he was thankful for the potential breakthrough in the probe. I'm thankful for that because it proves that law enforcement are still working, he said. That's all we can ask. And as difficult as it all is, we just have to leave them to it and let them do their jobs. Anyone who tried to meet with or communicated with the Anthony Shots profile has been told to contact state police immediately. Police did not elaborate as to specifically why police believe the account may be tied to the murders. It's currently unclear whether police believe the 2 girls met with their creator of the account. Abby and Libby vanished while walking along the Monon High Bridge Trail in Delphi on February 13th, 2017. Their bodies were found the following day near a river. Police have never disclosed how the girls were killed. Within days of the killings, investigators released 2 grainy photos of a suspect walking on the abandoned railroad bridge the girls had visited. They also released an audio recording of a man believed to be the suspect saying down the hill. Then in April 2019, a video was released which shows the man suspected of killing the teens walking on the abandoned railroad bridge the girls had visited. Relatively few updates have been shared by investigators in the years since. Police announced at the end of September that they were moving to a new center to investigate the case. Erkson previously his frustration over the unsolved case to the Sun back in October. He said not knowing what happened to his granddaughter and her best friend can consume you. The police share very little information regarding the case and its details, and as family members, we do find that frustrating. But we also understand that it has to be that way to maintain the integrity of the case. It's been a while since they released any information. So send tips to Abby and Libby. Tip at CACOSHRF.com. Got the tip line. So you could 844-459-5786 or the Indiana State Police or the Carroll County Sheriff's Department. So you could call any of those for tips. The cop says he's currently unable to speak about the case with the media. He does have pretty eyes, though, huh? Much better with the whole goatee, the whole thing, rather than just the mustache. But doesn't guys like grow out just the mustache for like a month? Isn't it like a month? I remember when I worked in the pharmacy, the one guy, the pharmacist, was he the only guy? No, yeah, no, he wasn't the only. He was the only guy pharmacist to work there. But anyway, he was really cute too. But he would always grow the beard for a month, him and his friends, or just the mustache. And he was like it was called something. I forget even what month it was that they did it. Anyway, so yeah. Let's see. Let me see what this is. Hold on one second, guys. I just want to see if what this video is, if it's something I could play. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Oh no, that's nothing. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I'm watching this video to see if it's something that was worth playing. Sometimes, depending on if there's like music or all right, so that's interesting though. I just wanted to share the fact that he's a cop now, and it kind of just gave like a summary. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me bring up. What else did I want to share with you? I'm scared to play that video. It's making me so mad that they are playing like that. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to find. I wanted to point out. Hold on 1 second. Here, okay. Because there was a comment that somebody had said, and I brought up that. Do you remember when they first they released like the still shot before they released the video of Bridge Guy, and then later when they released the video and then you could screenshot it after that, he appeared a lot thinner than the original first release. So I'm trying to find the original one. And like, so when they first released the screenshot, he appeared like he was like shorter and stockier and like chubbier almost. And then they released that video where it was like more the accurate picture or video of him, and he was a lot thinner. So I think some people, maybe if they see that, the first one, then it appears like that he looks like he's a lot, chubbier or stockier. I'm just trying to find it real quick because I have all the ones, like the newer ones where he's a little bit thinner. Do you guys know what I'm talking about, though? Hold on, I'm trying to find it so I could show you how different it makes him look. So it's like, how you could take like a picture and you could kind of like smush it or whatever. It can make somebody look like smushed, like can make them look different, right? Let me try to type in. I don't know what to type. I'm finding all the ones where he's thinner rather than Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Oh my God. I thought I was just on mute. Like, don't tell me I was on mute this whole time. And then you guys, I have a like, I don't know if it would be funny, but I had this face app thing that I put like, I was just goofing around last night, right? And so I put like Anthony in, or I put Keegan in it, and then I put his dad. And then it gave me the idea, why don't I put like Bridge Guy in there, like the sketches and stuff. So it's good. It's kind of, I don't want it to be like taken as like I'm being insensitive, or but it's just, like those face apps, and it makes it just look kind of funny. So I'm gonna play those for you here in a little bit too. I'm just trying to find the picture, the first screenshot that they released where he like appears like thicker. Do you guys know what I'm talking about at all? Or am I like dreaming here? Why can't I find it though? Like the first one, remember where they just released the screenshot? I can't find it. I mean, I could find the newer ones where he looks thinner. I just wanted to show you the comparison, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, Libra. I didn't think it was going to be that hard to find it for some reason. I don't know, guys. Maybe not. Oh, well. Not a big deal. I just want you to be aware that there are ones where he does. Well, maybe they took those ones down or something. So you guys probably are all seeing the thinner ones, because as I'm searching, they're all the thinner ones. Okay, so I guess that's good though, because those are the other ones were the ones that were like smushed. Well, I promise I'm getting to something here. Let me go. All right, so where did it freaking go? Oh my gosh, hold on, guys. I can't find the one other picture I wanted to show you here. Like somebody, I don't remember who. Which one? I'm trying to think. Did I put a filter on? I can't remember. But look how, doesn't that like creeps me, because you can actually see his eye. But like I want to go to my editor and do this where we overlay not only the sketches but overlay some of the pictures on it. Or do you guys think that's a bad idea? Nobody answered me. I don't know. I don't want to be disrespectful, but what do you guys think? You think that's a bad idea? Like where you could put the picture and like kind of like slowly like overlay to kind of see how close it is. And then of course we could do the side by sides, but yeah, isn't it creepy? Like it's like, does he have, is that facial hair? I mean, does he have like a goatee? But no, I mean, it's just creepy because it's like his one eye, like he's looking at the camera. It's just like gives me the creeps every time I see this picture. Oh, hi, Tennessee. Yeah, gives me chills. Let me bring up. I want to do. Hold on one second. Bring up the All right, let's just do side by side. Screw it. I just put, of course, I have the colorful background, but I want to do like the overlay too thing that I might I'll do that in a little bit. Where, like I said, we could overlay it if you guys think that's a good idea. But gosh, it it does look a lot like it. Don't you guys think? It's just like the way that something, even the way he's like holding his mouse. Yeah, the only little bit different is just like, the face is obviously fuller, his is. So, but remember, this is just like a witness trying to describe to the person what they look like. Of course, there's going to be a lot of differences, probably, Batman, I meant to say hi to you earlier. Mala. So that's this one. I did a couple. Let's see, side by sides of different, like, I did the dad in the first sketch. Because I think he looks more like the first. But I mean, who knows? Because the way that the law enforcement is saying is that the first and the second sketch is actually really the same person. At least they're making it seem like that. That's how they're giving the information. That it's really the same person. So it's like a combination of it, basically. So if that's the case, then what we're saying now makes no sense, because it would only be one of them. But what if it's two? What if it's two witnesses seeing two different guys, and the cops not thinking, oh, it must be the same person that looks suspicious or something, and it's really two different people, All right, let me look at my email. Yeah, Libra, hold on. I just remembered that I still have to look at my email, huh? Somebody supposedly sent me an email. Hold on, guys, give me 1 minute. It's supposed to be important, so let's see if there's something that we could share. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Thanks for the email. Oh, but do you think it would be like okay to share this? The person that left me is your email the same as your profile? Because I don't want to like dox you or anything. What do I call you? I don't know. Who are you on YouTube here? Let me see if it's the same thing. The person that sent me an email. Who did you say it was, Libra? I don't know. All right, I'm seeing what pictures you sent. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Okay, but I don't want to I don't know if it'd be a good idea to just put some random person's picture up, right? So thanks. I'm going to look into this, but as far as just like putting it up for a video right now, I'm going to wait. I'm going to look into it a little bit more, but thanks. You gave me some information. So yeah, I'll try to do a little research and see. Just basically somebody give me another information of somebody that's could be connected in a picture of them. But I'm going to wait to share it, because remember last time I regretted sharing things before I was able to like look into it. So I'll look into it, and then maybe I'll email you back if I have any questions. Thank you. Never heard of this guy. Oh, wow. So he was, oh, this could be the connection. I just saw your second part. So there's this person, it's somebody that lived directly across the street from Keegan. Whoa. So what if it was Keegan and him together doing it? Okay. Huh. I don't know. I don't know if I should probably wait, right? To do like before I just share a random name until I don't know what would be right, guys. Okay. Hey, Matt. Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, we're just talking about somebody sent me an email about somebody that lived across the street from Keegan, and he's a career criminal. And and he sent me a picture of him that he thinks he looks like one of the sketches, and he just basically sending me some information. So maybe once I look into it, I'll be able to share it because I'm not sure. Oh, Vicky. Oh, thanks. I don't know. I don't feel like that, but oh, thanks, Michael. Okay, so did you soul for music? I don't think I ever did. If I did, maybe I possibly set it up and then I know I never used it, but I don't know why now I'm remembering. Maybe I set one up and then I just never, I don't know. I never did it. So I don't even know if it actually, what the name was. Do you just use your name like Facebook? Oh yeah, you do, because that's what, well, Keegan had his name. All right, so let me show you the other side by sides I did. Hold on, and then we can move on to try to play that video maybe now, and then I'll show you the face apps, guys. It's really weird because the sketches I might not be able to play like because they're all like music. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I can make them say exactly what I want. Because I haven't bought it yet because I want to see what it all can do, and then you could buy it, and it's kind of expensive though for the pro. I mean, there's a free version which I'm using. So I don't want to buy it until I know it'll be worth it. But the one that I have, like, it'll like you can make it move to like songs and stuff. But how awesome to be able to like put it in something you want them to say. Like I could put like guys down the hill or something. I don't know. I mean, just to be able to control, even for other cases, it could be interesting to use. Okay, so I showed you those two, and then I did a couple other photos. This one, I just put him with the first sketch, and then, I mean, you could see some similarities in that too, but I mean, I see more with the first one. But and then what other? Oh no, this is the one where they made it look like, more like a person, like the sketch. His nose is just, his nose, the sketch's nose is thinner. He has a thicker nose, but the way it kind of turns up a little bit like that, that's like a unique trait that is similar. But his is just thicker, I feel like. And it's just the way he's holding his mouth and his lips is so similar. Like his facial expression or his facial, like, what would you call that? Oh, an article? Okay, I didn't get an article yet. Maybe is it in the same email? I'll have to check. Thanks, Libra. But just like, yeah, the way his cheeks and just the way he's holding his face is really similar. Okay, so then I put a different picture of him. He always has that same face, kind of like that looks similar to how he's holding his face, even like right there. Okay, and then I put him, this one with him. And then this is just the regular sketch. Definitely, I mean, definitely. The only the hair is different. That's way off. But if Bridge Guy was wearing a hat, how would they even know? Unless if he wasn't, unless if it is two people. Okay, so got that now. Oh yeah, and then I found this picture. I forget where I forget where this was at. And it was like under one of his accounts or something, where was it his face? Maybe it was his Facebook, but then I'm pretty sure it's him. I think, because I can't remember where I got it, but I was under the impression it was. And then, hold on, I'll look at that email. I just want to make sure that I'm, what else I wanted to show real quick. Oh, there's a picture of. Where did I get this one too? It's like him with. He's in the back right here with a bunch of guys. Right there. And look, he. I'm trying to think. Doesn't he look short? Like he's shorter than all these guys. Maybe. I mean, are all these guys really like over 6 foot? I don't know. I'm still debating where if he really is 6 foot. I'm not convinced. Okay, and then hold on. Because look, this is the picture that I that was using the face to compare it. But like once again, he's behind and he's shorter than whoever he's standing in front of. He's like always shorter than all like the people he's around. So and 6 foot's pretty tall, but I guess I mean maybe friends with a bunch of guys that are over 6 foot. All right, so that's that. And then oh, we still have to look at those bands. I'm going to check my email. I still have to do the face apps. And the Spotify covers. Okay. Let me do this real quick. Whoa, that's a long link. Hopefully I'll be able to get it all. All right. Hold on 1 second. So that's okay. Let me check my email again to see if I missed an article. You said an article? Why don't I see an article? Oh, you sent another one. Okay, I see. Oh, it's the article about that guy. Okay. Well, what do you think? Who are you in the YouTube? I don't know who you are. So somebody's sending me some emails, but should I share it, guys? This neighbor of Keegan? What do you guys think? I don't really know what's he is. I mean, it is public record, right? All right. No, I agree. I agree. Because I agree that also like all the other prior suspects, like we all like, oh my god, he looks just like him, or oh my god, look how similar, and it ends up not being. And then I think that's why law enforcement was like, don't do that. But um, I don't feel quite as bad because I feel like this guy is sick, and like I mean, what he's what he's done, like it's not like he's just like an innocent guy, but okay, so his name is on YouTube as why don't I see Big Daddy? Where are you, Big Daddy? Okay, so let me oh, there you are. Okay, there you are, Big Daddy. Okay, I gotcha. All right. Yeah, maybe I will share it. It is public, so let's share it. So he sent me an email basically saying that this guy lived across the street from Keegan. So that was this at the time of the murders that he lived across the street? And then okay, hold on. Yeah. I don't know. I never know what to here it is to do first here. All right, so let me bring up the picture real quick. So this guy right here. Well, let me share it. So I guess this guy lives across the street from Keegan, or he lived across the street from Keegan, I guess, right? When that all went happened. Is that when you're talking about, Big Daddy? So, and he was just making a remark that he thinks this looks like a lot like that second sketch. And then he sent me an article of a charge. Hold on. Yeah, his name's Lance Shots, which is weird. Anthony Shots, like, are they like a team? Like, is he working with Anthony? You know what I'm saying? Or with Keegan? Why do I keep calling it Anthony? Because Anthony Shots. Is he working with Keegan and they combine their names? Anthony being Keegan's middle name and Shots being his last name? You know? Yeah. So it is pretty interesting. Wait. Double check your. What do you mean automobile? Why? Is there something? You're right. I do all the time as as money. Okay, so we'll read that article in a minute. I just want to see what chat's doing here. Thanks for the information, Big Daddy. All right, so we have that. We got the last name. So what if that's the connection? What if they're working together? They're both doing the profile. They were both involved with it, maybe. No, I'm not saying. I'm saying what if. These are all allegedly, or how you say it, where it's not a fact, but what if? Okay, so let me bring up that article. I haven't even really read the article yet, so we'll be kind of reading it together. All right, here we go. Let's see. And then I'm sure now that we have his name, I'll dig into him a little bit now. Thanks for the information. Hold on 1 second. I'll make it bigger in 1 minute. Just want to write this down. Okay. All right. Well, I keep forgetting I could do this. Well, but then I like we got the background. I'll just keep it like that because we're remembering them. Okay. So Friday, let me see. Hold on. Crime Stoppers, man charged with assault at Coldwater Hotel. Friday, October 12th, 2018, at 12:20, Coldwater. A man from Peru, Indiana, is facing 3 charges following a violent domestic incident at Coldwater Hotel Tuesday night. A 29-year-old Lance Shots has been charged with assault with a dangerous weapon, aggravated domestic violence, and possession of a non-narcotic controlled substance. Bond during his arraignment in Branch County District Court was set at $50,000. According to court documents following a Coldwater police investigation, Shots allegedly struck a woman 3 times during an argument. Shots was gone by the time police arrived. The alleged victim had to be taken to Pro Medica Coldwater Regional Hospital for treatment of a broken finger. Authorities say he returned to the hotel the following day and threatened the woman with a knife. Police later found him at a local fast food restaurant. Shots is scheduled to appear for a probable cause hearing October 23rd. A preliminary exam is set for October 31st, 2018. So, wow. Is there any other, hey, Big Daddy, is there any other information on this guy you could send me, or any other articles we could read? Let me know. And after this live, I'm going to look into him a little bit too on my own. But if there's anything more you want to send me during this live, we could go over it. I'm going to continue with the other stuff, and then, yeah, let me know. Wow, I'm definitely got me thinking here. I always wondered, Shots, where did that part come from? Wow. You might be onto something there. Thank you for sharing. What do you all think, you guys? Possible connection, or what do you think? Pretty interesting, though. We know he's a violent. I mean, he's hitting a woman. He's threatening a woman with a knife. So seems like maybe something possible. Wow. Move on to what, JJ? That's what I'm confused. Wait, what part are you talking about? Oh, maybe it was before we started talking about this. Okay. Yeah, I'm really behind on chat. Oh my God, I'm so behind on chat. Okay. As far as like on this computer. wonder what I was rambling on about when he wanted me to move on. I'm sorry. I tend to do that, but it's alive. Well, you think I should try? You know what I'm going to do, Ashley? I'm going to try to re-share that video that I wanted to share of the Libby's grandpa. Let me try it one more time. Let's see if it's working now. Video file. And then I'm saving the face apps till the end in a little bit because those might make you like kind of laugh, but like it is kind of interesting to see the face move too, though. But I just wish that it could be something where it's not as like funny in a way, because the way that like it's like a song or something, the way it's making the face move. That's why I'm gonna like look into a little bit more to see if it could be something a little bit more not as dramatic, to make it like more realistic or more just, I don't want to say serious, but like saying something not as crazy, if that makes sense. You'll see what I'm talking about when I play it. Okay, so let's try to play this again. Okay, wasn't too bad, just at the very end. But when we first played it the first time, it was at the beginning it started doing it. So hopefully you guys, it wasn't too bad. So what was the question? I had the question up on there I was going to answer up on the, oh, how do we know how tall Keegan is? It said it in the police report. I'm trying to find it right now, which one it said it in. It had it in the police documents. That's why I feel like, wouldn't they have, how does that work? I'm trying to think. Would they have measured him, or would it just be like what you tell them when you go? I feel like when I was arrested, I don't think that they actually like weighed you or measured you. Not that I remember. I think they just go by your here it is. They go by what's on your driver's license, right? I don't remember them actually taking it down. So here I found it. Why we think he's 6 foot right here. Let me see if I can zoom in. Set. Oh, shoot. Great. Where'd it go? Oh, here. It says white male, 6 foot, weight 275. So that's why we're all thinking he, you know, we're going by that. So there you go. But for those of you that, hold on. Oh, I bet you that person's in the beginning part of the video watching about when we're talking about height. I bet you, huh? All right. Let me exit out of this. Exit out of that. Okay, back to chat. So we got that. And my those of you that are new, I'm gonna go over it one more time. We'll do, okay, so I have so many different of the face apps because I have them do like different like songs or whatever. So maybe I'll play a couple of them right now before we do like the overlays. But I did want to just, hold on, let me go over. One second, where are we at? Just want to point out to some people that are just coming in. I know I already pointed this out like twice, but I want to go over the height thing again. Plus, Red Like Wine here, you asked to zoom in on this one, right? Somebody wanted me to, Red Like Wine wanted me to zoom in on this one with the guys. Is that any, is that, do you think Lance is in that one? Just trying to think. Let me look at that picture of Lance. That shots guy. I wonder if he's here. All right, so we have that. Hold on one second. Let me hold on. Let me try to do a side by side real quick on that. 1 second. Make this go down. All right, and then I'll bring up good old Lancey over here. All right. I'm trying to get them at the same time here. All right. see if there we go. Okay. Oh. Mm. Where did it go? Oh my God, hold on. That's not gonna work. I'll just bring it up. There, I'll do it like that. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up that Lance one. I'm trying to do them together, but it's really starting to make me mad here. And then the group. See if it appears that. Why is it? It's not letting me move these. This is all right. Really? There we go. Okay. There, finally. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get it so we could kind of see if. Okay. Oh, thanks for joining Crime Talk with Terry. Thank you. Did you get? Just happened. I'll just have to do it like this. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to. Oh, it's just making me mad the way it's making me do this. It's just not cooperate with me. Okay. So, trying to get it like as big just to see. So, this is that Lance, and then this is that picture of whoever they are. What's his name? Keegan and his friends, just to see if. I don't know. It kind of looks like him in a way, but I mean, or him. Yeah, could be him too. Huh. What do you guys think? I feel like it could be him or him. I mean, they kind of look similar. It's too hot, kind of. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe not. I just wanted to, just to see, because it's a picture with maybe some of his friends. So that's that. All right, now let's go. Let me exit out of this. Exit out of that. All right, I'm back to reality here. Okay, I'm back. I had my screen all crazy. I couldn't get it right. Okay, so oh, I did get another email from you. Did you send me something else? Hold on. You sent me another thing. Let's see what it is. Oh, you sent me another. Oh, you sent me a part where it shows his address. Okay, thanks. The address of Lance shots. So, oh, possession. Okay, so it says another for Friday 5:15 a.m. They arrested Lance Shots 31 and it gives his address. I'm not going to read it just because I don't know, but the address, and it said in Peru, possession of methamphetamine, possession of heroin, and possession of paraphernalia. The Kokomo Tribune. Cool, thank you. Huh, thank you for that. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it, definitely. Thanks for making me aware of that. There could be something to that, guys. All right, I'll just play a couple face apps, and then yeah, we'll get to oh shoot, I still had that one I wanted to do too. Oh well, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. I'm not tired, so it might be a long live. All right. Face app. Let's play. Like I said, the only thing is I'm not gonna be able to play the music because it's like Mariah Carey and like Kiss or whatever. I'll definitely probably get copyrighted. So it's gonna be muted and it's gonna make you're gonna see their face move, and so it's gonna look kind of funny. But let's try it. All right. Okay. And then we'll dig into some of that those bands too that Keegan supposedly was in, right? All right. So we're going to do the sketch first of what's his name? It'll be the that sketch, all right? Isn't it weird though? What is that? I don't want that to pop up on the bottom. Is that weird? Am I on mute? No. Hold on one second. Let me see if I could play it. Where it doesn't pop up there. Hold on one second. I'm going to open it with different thing real quick. Okay, this one is the one of Keegan and his dad. All right. It's kind of small. It won't let me zoom in on this. Oh, hold on. You know what? Actually, maybe the other one is better where it makes it bigger. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, we're just going to have to do this one does make it better or bigger. The other one won't let me zoom in, I feel like. It's kind of funny though, isn't it? I don't mean to laugh at it, but it just looks so weird. I have so many of them. We'll just play a few here and there. I should have just played a few after a couple articles, play a few couple articles. I was saving them to the end because I didn't want somebody to come in and thinking that I was like making a joke out of it, or so I was gonna save it for like the wind down process when we just kind of act goofy, or I just kind of wind down. But anyway, trying to get caught up so I can see what you guys are saying in chat. Oh, what artist? Una of a Kind? Oh, really? DTC Prime? That's funny. Okay, so let's do. I know it doesn't. See, this is what I was talking about, like that, like comments like that. That's what, you know what? Then I'll just save it to the end. I do this thing at the end where we just kind of wind down and we just kind of laugh and have fun and just kind of wind down after a serious talk. And I might just have to save it till the end because of people like that are going to come in and get confused and be upset and say, oh, this has nothing to do with it. Blah, blah. So we're just going to wait. You ruined it. We're going to wait because I don't want people thinking that. We'll do it at the wind down. We'll watch him, okay? I don't know. I can't. I just thought, you know what? Everybody's being cool. It'll be all right. People they'll know it's just, just a little bit of entertainment. But no, we always have people that just don't understand. All right. Okay, so we're almost done. I'm almost to the wind down anyway, guys. So I just wanted to do a couple more things. All right. I know, it's just I'll just put when I play them here in a little bit, I'll put a banner that says we're done talking about the case. I know it has nothing to do with solving the case. It's just a little wind down. We're just having a little laugh. Get over it, right? All right. But I'm just gonna wait like how I originally planned it. It's just so funny that I was talking about people like that, and then he comes in and says that after I'm trying to explain that I know it has nothing to do. I mean, when did I ever say it did? All right, so let's look into, I did want to read this. Let's just see if this says a day. Maybe this is where I saw the Tuesday. I feel like I read it somewhere where it said Tuesday. Let's see. Police. Okay, police expected to release more information in a Kegan Klein case next week. The Indiana State Police are expected to release more information next week on Kegan Klein, a man who is connected to a social media account, authorities say. They found, oh, sorry, I thought that I missed the date. Wait, hold on one second. Trying to think here real quick. Just all right, sorry. I'm just thinking of something real quick. So yeah, a man who's connected to a social media account, authorities say they found while investigating the 2017 murders of Abby and Livy. Okay. News 8 continues to follow the major developments surrounding the Delphi murders. Friday, that coverage took us to Peru, Indiana, where Klein is in jail. News 8, Demi Johnson first reported about Klein earlier this week when she uncovered the documents that connected Klein to the social media account Anthony Shots, used to solicit young girls. So the Miami prosecutor told News 8 in the statement he was not able to talk about the investigation, but said the state police were expected to release more information early next week. So early next week, that's good. Even though charges have been filed in the matter of state of Indiana versus Keegan Anthony Klein, this is still an ongoing investigation, and the Miami County Prosecutor's Office is unable to comment or give interviews at this time. It is my understanding that the Indiana State Police will be issuing a press release with more information early next week. This matter is set for a pretrial conference in the Miami Circuit Court via Zoom at 8:15 a.m. on December 16, 2021. It is expected that at that time a trial date will be scheduled. Anyone who has contact or any information regarding the social media accounts Anthony Shots, please direct the information to the Indiana State Police. I just don't understand. We had 5 years where they could have tried to get this information, and I know we're all confused about that. Like, why didn't they throw that out like 5 years ago? So people, because now it's like 5 years past. So anybody's recollection of people that did have, interaction with this profile, now it's 5 years of making their memory more foggy, more blurry, more errors maybe in the memory because 5 years passed. I just don't get why they didn't do it right after so people could be like, it'll be fresh in their memory, or they would be able to remember exactly and all the details and what happened and stuff. What is the deal? Like, why have they been so private with this case? It's just so weird how this case has been handled. And now this just makes it so much more weirder, like they had this information all this time. They could have asked. And I think the only reason they asked now is because the media was about to come make this public. And it's the only reason they came out and made it public, because the media found out. It looks like it was this channel. Was it that? Let me see how this is worded. Yeah, this week when she uncovered the documents. News 8. They found out. So the cops wanted to, get in front of it, but I just don't get it. Like, are they covering up for somebody that like they're trying to cover up for or something? Or what are they afraid of? It just makes you wonder, like, is there something going on that they don't want the public to know? Are they covering up something on their end to protect somebody or something? I mean, what is the reason, you guys? Anybody know? Anybody theories? Or I'm gonna do an open panel, not tonight, but maybe tomorrow. I want to do an open panel on this case just to get everybody's, input and just kind of like discuss it. Maybe tomorrow, early this week, let's do it, you guys. So if anybody's be interested in telling me, your thoughts, your theories on why you think this happened, what you think about what's going on, just try to be there when I do an open panel. And it's really easy. I just send you a link through your email, and then you could either share your video or you could just do audio if you don't want to be on video. And yeah, let's do it. If they do end up giving us the time ahead of time of the press release, then I'll do a live stream for the press release too, so we can watch it together. As long as I know ahead of time, and I know, like, I don't have to know really that far ahead of time, but just that I know in enough time where it's live where I could do it. If anybody knows right now that they definitely want to do the panel, just email me so we could set it up, and then it could kind of, if I have enough people that contact me that want to do it, then I won't have to just put the link up there for everybody, because sometimes you could get like trolls that come on. I mean, I've never had that, but that people have had crazy things crazy things happen when they put their link up on the live. If that's how I have to do it, I will. But if I could get enough people that email me ahead of time, and then I could just send you privately the link, that would be great. So let me know if you're interested. Okay. So News 8 wants to know the answer to a question on many people's minds. Why do court documents say Klein was interviewed 12 days after the girls were killed and admitted to creating and using the account, but wasn't taken into custody until more than 3 years later? Yeah, why? When News 8 went to Miami County Sheriff's Office Friday, we were told he wasn't around and wouldn't be for the rest of the day. Klein faces 30 charges, including CP and child solicitation in Miami County. He's due in court on Thursday. Wait, who are they talking about that wasn't around? We were told he wasn't around and wouldn't be for the rest of the day. Are they talking about Keegan, or who are, I'm confused who they're even talking about. Oh, you were there for one of those? There's been a few channels that I know of, and probably many more that I don't even know that has had things like that happen. Oh, it's crazy. Flashers, yeah. All right. Where are we at? So state police also shared a statement with News 8 about how the public can help. They said they are not asking anyone to stop sharing anything, but right now, and their primary focus is on Anthony Shott's profile and anyone who may have interacted with it. And this is just the timeline of events. I think I read a timeline the other day. Oh, there's a lot of good links here. Huh. I just want to see. Huh, yeah, wow. I'm gonna have to share this article. This timeline of events has a lot of good links. Do you guys see it? For the case. Girls, wait, who was the main suspect on February 15th? Oh, they're just talking about, never mind. Duh. Oh my God, I'm silly. Sometimes I don't think. Oh, so okay, so the reward for information in the Delphi murders grows to 325,000. So yes. Wow. Yeah, you guys. This wishtv.com ain't. This looks like this is a good source for Delphi, and like look at all this stuff, like the timeline. That's awesome. I'm gonna save that. Okay. Um so we have that. Now we still have to hold on a second. I want to do that, but oh, that's what we have to do, the overlay. I wanted to do that. Yes, I almost forgot. So we have to do the overlays, and then we still have to do if you guys want to check out, let's just look real quick. Beartooth and Amorosa. Let's just look at those bands real quick, and then we'll do the editor. Do the overlays, and then we'll do the face apps last. For a good like wind down. Okay, so Beartooth. Oh, thanks, Batman. Batman Justice. Thank you. You're so sweet. Crochet and Bammy, as they did with John Bonet, and they double down on their mistakes. Hi, F32. How are you? That's what I was thinking, but wasn't sure. I live in Dayton for 2 years, and Miami sounded familiar. Dayton, you're an Ohio girl too, or guy. Are you a girl? The picture looks like a female, right? I don't know. I don't want to just assume, but Maggie Ryan. So I missed lots, but is there in theory there were two working in conjunction? No, I mean, I don't know. I think everybody has their own like opinions on that. I think that there was more than one. I'm thinking two at least, because I just feel like it would be hard to control both of them with just one person, right? They're in this open area outside where like one could run. I know, I get that maybe the one didn't want to leave the other one, but it just seems like it would be hard for one person to control two people and like not leave anything behind, like and not leave a lot of evidence behind and a lot of clues, and just to be able to do it. I don't want to say perfectly, but just so I don't even want to say clean, because we don't even know really what was left behind because they won't say anything. But from them not having any information, not able to find it crap, you just think that there really wasn't much left behind, or not much evidence. I just feel like it would be hard for one person to control two girls in that area, and to be able to do what he did. So I just personally think that there's two of them. And then you have the two sketches, which they keep saying, they make it seem like it is just one guy. I mean, I know that they are trying to make it look like that. As far as the sketches, is just like a combination of both of them. And the sketch is basically, there's two sketches, but it's just basically one guy that could be kind of like a combination or whatever they're making it seem like. But I'm not buying it. I feel like they look so different. Like, I just feel like it's portraying two different people, in my opinion. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. But no, nobody said. I mean, law enforcement's never said there's two. when they talk about it, it's almost as like they're saying it's just one. They never like we say plural. They've never said it was two. No, but I personally think there's a good chance that there's two. And if there was only one, then I feel like the guy would have definitely had a gun then, because I mean that would have been the only other way to possibly maybe control him a little bit better, because you have a gun and you're threatening to. But I think there's a good chance they had a gun anyway. Or definitely some kind of weapon, obviously, but no, nobody validated anything. That's nobody does. Nobody's clear on anything. But I just feel like they're trying to make it seem like, oh, it's just one guy. Like, but the new sketch portrays him a little bit better. But if you hear them talking, and they never like say anything plural or talk about two people. They always just talk about one person. But at least it comes across that way. Now they haven't like came out and said, "Oh, it's just one guy," but just as they're talking, you know what I'm saying? It just seems like all the press releases that they're making it seem like it's one. What do you guys think? I think that there's at least two involved, in my opinion. And I don't mean like just two involved, like somebody set it up as. I think that there was two people actually there. Maybe one waiting somewhere hiding, and then the bridge guy coming up and being the first interaction, and then maybe one waiting down down the hill or whatever. What do you guys think? Do you think oh, thanks. The monster's under our bed. Good night. Good night. I love your name. The monster's under our bed. um Hey Sarah. Hey the Witch of Seacliff, Maggie Ryan, Heavenly Clouds. Okay, so let's do another poll. Everybody that thinks, not everybody, anybody that thinks that there's two or more, at least two people, do a thumbs up, and if you just think there's one, do a thumbs down. I like to do these just to see where everybody's at. So thumbs up if you think there's two or more, and thumbs down if just one. Hey, Pink Delilah. Journey of Justice. Oh, thanks, Christy Solero. Solorio. Okay, so thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay. So yeah, a lot of people do think the same about two. Hey, it's a crying shame. Hillberry Billberry. Wait, are you the same Hillberry Billberry that has that was just here? I didn't even think earlier that has like a different font. Because there's a Hillbilly Billberry that has like a cool like font too. Or is that two different people? Oh, I do say you're right, Random Wonderland. Wait, I do say Delilah. I always say Delilah when I see that. You're right. So it's Dahlia. Ah, thanks for pointing that out. Wow. I think I was seeing like an extra L in there or something. Dahlia. Okay, Neoria. Yeah, sometimes it's tricky with emojis depending on what you're using. If you're using a computer or phone or whatever, where to find the emojis. Sometimes I have trouble on different platforms too. Don't worry. Oh, you changed it back, Hillberry Billberry? Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Why'd you change it back? Oh, thanks, Soul for Music. You didn't have to do that. Oh, thank you. I know. That's interesting with that shots. Where did it go? I forgot. I gotta put it up. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Gotta remember to put up what I'm responding to. So people watching. Dahlia. No, I always say, when I see that, I always say Delilah. I do. Dahlia, Dahlia. I gotta remember Dahlia. I feel like I'm gonna still do it again. Bossy. All right, so I'm looking up the Beartooth now, you guys. So this was one of the bands, remember? That he said, let me bring it back. So he said the Beartooth, where is it? He got an offer while playing poker in Las Vegas for a job with a Red Bull signed band Beartooth. He went on tour with them for 2 months and decided to join them for the Vans Warped Tour. So it looks like he just went on tour. So I wonder if he would even be included in the band. Probably not in the picture or anything if he just did it temporarily. Let's see. Because no, I mean, he's not in this picture. That's got to be them, right? Beartooth. All right, let's see if they list like, well, let's see. 2015 here. Cameron, formerly City was Cameron Bradbury, formerly of the City Lights, was announced as the new rhythm guitarist. Nick Reed left Beartooth and was replaced by Oshi Bikar of City Lights. I mean, you think it would be listed if he just like did it for like a tour? You know, he just toured with him for a couple months. Would it be? You think it would be on here? Let me see. I think it would be in here somewhere. So we're looking for what? Yeah, or Kegan Klein. Huh. To see if this guy's a storyteller or what. I don't see it so far. Or is it announced? Huh. No. And now it's too late. I mean, because it would have been back at this time. Okay, well, it's not in this, but it doesn't necessarily mean. Oh, wait, over here, let's see, members. No. All right, well. Huh. You know what we could do here? Let's do Vans, okay, Beartooth 2015 Vans Warp Tour. That's the one he said that he was on, right? Oh, look. We could see this. Hold on. I'm not going to be able to play the music though, but actually the way I have this shared, it shouldn't play the audio. Hold on. Let me think how I shared it. Yeah, because that's the problem. I can't get it to play the audio when it's shared this way. So you won't be able to hear it, but let's see if we could see him. You guys can't hear that, right? You didn't hear that sound? I want to make sure that you can't. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this commercial passed. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see. This would be the one that he said. He said 2015. That's him right there with the mask on. Was that him? Hold on. Maybe. But wait, so maybe he's not even saying that he actually is playing in the band. Maybe he does something, he's doing something else with the band. Like maybe he does, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he's helping out in a different way. Did it say, let me see how it's worded, and then we're gonna go. Did it actually say that he was Right? Let me see. He went on tour with them for 2 months and decided to join them for the Vans Warped Tour. Well, I mean, how do you take that? Like, as a part of the band or just join them as on the tour for doing something else, maybe? I don't know what that means, join them. Originally, I thought it was just saying that he was all in the band, but let's see. Hold on. Let me go back. It did look like that could have been him, right? With the mask on, though? Let's see. Hold on. I'll rewind it if they don't show it again, but I feel like they should show. No, I don't know. Now that doesn't look like him. Look at the running. You guys can't hear it, right? Right there. Can that be him? Right there, maybe? What do you guys think? That would be the only person that could possibly be him so far. That might be him. What do you guys think? Let's see if they can do a closer one. Because this is the 2015. This is the band, he said. So it's not like maybe he's like a backup for if somebody gets sick or something. I don't know. I mean, obviously he's not playing any instrument. He's just standing there if that's him. And he's not in the band. I mean, we see everybody in the band. None of them is him. So if it's that guy standing there, see if they'll show another good picture. But why is right there? It's back there. You think, you guys? Man, hold on. Let me make it bigger. I didn't realize. I mean, I'm not no, that's not him. No. Shoot, I don't think it is actually now that I can see him. Well, then where is he? I mean, what do you guys think? I don't think so, but I don't know for sure. No, I'm talking about the guy with the mask on back there. But wonder why he has a mask? Oh, because all the dirt flinging up. And I don't think it is, but. So was he lying or, I mean, what was he saying that he was doing with this band? Because obviously he's not playing with them. I don't know that the way it's written, it's not really clear what he's even talking about. That he joined him on tour. That could just mean like just following him or just watching him or just hanging out with him or I don't know. It's just misleading because it's under his music as it's like it makes you obviously he's wanting you to come across like he's in it, I feel like the way it's worded, but yeah, I mean, it's just like setting up like how this compulsive liar maybe that he is. Now we're gonna go look. This is the guy. I mean, maybe it does like up close. It didn't really look like him though, but he's kind of has the same body. Hold on. Oh, a roadie. Okay, but I mean, they could be standing right back there. I don't know. I'm not like 100% convinced that's not him, but I'm not convinced it is him. There's a possibility. I wish he didn't have that freaking mask on. The body styles really similar. And there's a bunch of people back there too. So This is 2015. Okay, so then he said 2016 and 17 he was on Van's Warped Tour too. So let's see if we could. No, yeah. And what is his tattoos? Does he have any? No, it doesn't appear. It doesn't look like him to me, but the angles are really weird. Okay, so well, no, that's what I'm saying, Doc Girl. We're trying to figure out like if he is lying and if we can find him. And I'm just keeping my my mind open. Like, okay, could this be him? I don't think, but that would be the only person so far that looks a little bit sets up the gear. Yeah, yeah, he's definitely. We're finding out that he's a liar. Okay, so much for that. Let me see. Because how awesome if we were able to find him at the Vans Warped Tour 2017. Because then we would see what he looked like as far as around that time. Hold on. Let's just look at that, and then we'll move on. But I just want to look at the other thing real quick. Also worked on Vans Warped Tour. Let's just say worked. So yeah, it could be setting up stuff. 2017 is 2018. And you know what he does though, you guys? I think he did do something, I feel like, because when you go on his Facebook, his videos, he has a lot of videos from Vans Warped Tour where whoever's taking the videos is somebody on the stage because it's viewing the bands from behind. So I think he was on one of those tours working, to be honest. Didn't we play though? Maybe we didn't play. I watched him the other night. I thought I played him on the live, but maybe I didn't. On his Facebook, his videos. I mean, we can look at those in a minute. Hold on. Let me just I'll show you what I'm talking about, but let me just see. 2017, 2018. He then got a gig with Amorosa for fall tour. So he must just be setting up things and stuff. So yeah, it's not saying he's actually in the band. I was reading it and perceiving it a whole different way. I feel like because we're reading about his I'm not even sharing my screen, sorry. We're reading about like his music, and then it goes on to say that, and you're like perceiving it as he's saying he's in the band, but really he's just working probably for the band, as setting up things or doing whatever on the tour. So yeah. Okay, so let me just show you his profile though, where it does appear that he is on that tour. I'll show you in 1 minute. And then, I mean, are you guys okay as far as you don't want to go through these bands? I mean, obviously he's not in the bands, right? Because I said we would, but like to go through these specific ones, I don't think we're gonna find a picture of him in the band, unless if you want me to, I will, but I don't know. I really don't think there's gonna be anything there. All right, so let me go to his profile real quick. His Facebook, I'll show you what I'm talking about real quick. And then we'll go, what was I going to do after that? Oh, the edit. We're going to overlay the pictures. After I show you this real quick. This is his profile. Yes. Email me. Show the bats. Wait, what bats? Wait, what bats? Show the bats. All right, so we're going to his profile. And what was I gonna do? Oh, the videos I'll show you. Hold on. Okay, so see, he was there. So maybe we could actually find him up on stage. Let's see. Would you remember what that band looks like? If it's Any of these? Let's see. See, he's got a bunch of these where he's obviously up on stage. So maybe it would be worse than it is. Oh, that's 2018. So that's the 2017-18. Maybe it would be worth then looking at some videos, going head on, looking up, and we could find him. Let's do it. 2018, we know right here. Hold on a second. I kind of want to see if we could see him. What do you guys think real quick? We could try. Okay, who is this? So we know what band to look for. This is who? Does anybody recognize who this is? How are we supposed to know though? I don't know. Hold on. Okay, what does that say? Simple Plan. Okay, Simple Plan they're called. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So 2017 or 18. This is 18, but let's go. All right, let's see. Hold on. So we're checking out. We see he's going to be to the left, if that's him actually recording. Or did he freaking steal somebody else's video and he's pretending it's him? I guess he could. Liars and connivers and pretenders, like he did with the Anthony shots, will do anything to make them look like cool or like somebody that they're not. So what if it's not even him and it could also be that he just took somebody else's videos and pretended. But let's just see. Let's see. Hold on. You said Simple Plan, right? Simple Plan. Okay. So 2018 Warped Tour Simple Plan. Let me look it up. Okay. Team Warped. Wait, it's Van's Warped Tour, right? Van's Warped Tour. Simple Plan. Okay. All right. This doesn't look like is it? I don't know. Why doesn't this look like the same band to me here? But this is from behind too. I need one from, well, is this the band, one of the bands we were watching? They don't look that familiar to me though. Hold on. I'll make it bigger in a minute. I'm just trying to find the right one. I don't know. Are you sure? Let me go back. I know the one, what the guy had dreadlocks, blonde dreadlocks, one of the bands. So that last one that we were watching, and it looked like I was trying to read the red lettering on their drum. Look, this would be, I don't know though. I don't know if it's the same band that we were just watching where he was to the left. But would that be him, or is that where he's getting the video and it's not even his freaking videos? That would probably be him standing right there. I mean, that's just, you can't tell. Hold on. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. See what a liar he is. I'm just still not convinced that this was the one we were just watching for some reason. At least the one where I said he was on the left. I'm looking, guys. All right, let me go back to. Hold on, guys. Is this boring to you guys? I'm actually like really wanting to see if we could see him. I'm going back to his real quick. Let's go back and see if see if we could find that band. Why didn't? Well, maybe it's. No, I don't think it was that band. That's not the same one. It's not the same band, at least on that one. Maybe this. This is. You're right. Well, wait. Must be a different day. It is this. Okay, it's just a different day, maybe. Because he's wearing a different shirt, is what I'm talking about. He has a tank top on. So, let me just see. Is it the same guy? Come on. I think it is the same guy. Unless if he ends up just taking off his shirt into a tank top later on in the show or something. Yeah, I think it is the same guy. It looked like the same logo on the drums too. So it's either a different day or he takes it off later. Okay, so I want to find, are you guys bored with this? Or because I kind of, if you want me to do this on my own and then try to find it and then do a video later, let me know and I will move on. But unless you guys want to do it. July 10th. Yeah, the post did, but I'm not sure if, did he post it live though? I don't know if he would have posted it that day that he took it though. Do you think? I'm gonna try to, okay. Okay, cool. Okay. All right, good. We're all on the same page here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, hold on, I'm gonna do, here we go. I found one where he has the tank top on. Or wait, in the thumbnail, it looked like he had a tank top on. He must take it off at the end of this or something. Doesn't even make sense. Look, the thumbnail. You see down here, he's got it. And I want to find the one where the guy has the. Look, is that him walking back there? That has the dreads, and he ends up taking his hair down because he has him up and then he takes him down, and that's a different band, but. All right. Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna see if I could try to. Hold on one second. I want to see if I could try to play both. Give me 1 minute. Okay. So I have that. Hold on. To the Facebook over here. All right. I'm trying to get it where we can watch them both. Just give me 1 minute. So that says June 8th. Yeah, but he would be over to the left. All right, maybe this will. Trying to do it where we could kind of go back and forth. Okay, so let's see. And if we do get a good shot, I'll make it bigger. Yeah, it's definitely the same band. He just, you see what I'm saying? So either he takes that shirt off and there's a tank top underneath, right? Come on. Got them both playing now. Oh no, he has different shorts on. This isn't the same day. He's got khaki. I'm glad I did this. He's got khaki shorts on here, and he's got black ones here. So this is the second day. Which, if the guy works here and he's probably there for both days, but let's just to play it safe, let's try to find the same day, right? Okay. So hold on. Let's see if we get a find. See, this is showing. No, he's got black shorts. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Wait, did he have? There's the tank top. Did he have? Black. Okay. Both black shorts. This might be the right one. Oh, this is just doing. Why is that? No, that's in the night. I'm just going back and forth from day to night on this. Oh, come on. Yeah, so they must have played a couple days. Hold on. I thought we had it here, and then nope. Just little clips. All right. No, none of those. All right, let me see. I'm gonna try to find that other band. Does anybody know what the other band was? This one, I'll show you. No. No, hold on. See, he does. I mean, he is like on a bus with somebody here. Why are these all blue? Okay, so let's see if there's one where we could. Wait, that's. Oh, this is the view. So maybe this isn't even hit because this is from the crowd here on this one. But it's the same look. He's got the khaki shorts and the. I don't know. I'm getting like, what if he's like, it's not even him and there's just somebody else's freaking videos. Okay, what about? I'm trying to find the one with the dreads because it'll be like more distinguishing to find a guy with the. Hold on. Where is it though? Must have been before. No. I can't find that one now, you guys. Where did it go? The other band. Why can't I find it? I don't know where it went. Maybe this one. No. All right, hold on, guys. Why am I not able to find that first band that we were looking at? It like disappeared on me. Just give me 1 minute. I'm gonna find it on this, or have it pulled up big so I can see what I'm looking at here. Not that. Not that. Just give me 1 minute. There it is. Okay. This is the one. Does anybody recognize this band? Hold on. I want to show you the Wings or something. I don't know. I'm trying to read the drummer. Does it say Wings? Oh, cool, Bernadette. Okay, Journey of Justice. We the Kings. Oh, is that what it? Thank you, We the Kings. Let's try this one out then. Thank you. All right, hold on. Give me 1 minute, guys. All right, I gotta get back to where's my okay, where's my StreamYard at? Where I could see you guys. Okay. Give me 1 minute. We the Kings. All right. Oh. Is it the same one? Okay, We the Kings. Yeah, we're just gonna have to. So 2000 Vans Warped Tour, We the Kings, because that was, yeah. So this one was from 2018 to July 10th. Okay, so We the Kings. All right. Why does it? 2018. It doesn't look like they're in the same clothes though. Where are they? Maybe it's the same clothes. Why? Here, let me share it, guys. I just want to, like, how crazy if we caught a picture of them, like a video of. All right, let me go back. So this guy, he's wearing a tank top too, and so this isn't the right day. So they almost play. So he has a black tank top, black pants. So I wonder if this is from 2017, and then he just released it a year later. No, that one probably not. I don't see anywhere it looks like he's wearing the same clothes, right? The heck? 20. Is that the one I just clicked on already? It's weird. I don't know, guys. I might have to do this. Oh, wait a minute. We have to know what show. I'm thinking it's just like one festival that's just one place once a year. But no, they go to each city, right? So we have to know exactly where they were. That's where I'm screwing up. I was just thinking it was like a once a year thing, but no, hold on a second. Right? I'm an idiot. That's how Warped Tour is, right? It's like they just tour like a whole tour, right? Why am I an idiot? I'm like expecting expecting like it to be one thing. Oh my gosh. Blonde moment. This is what happens when you watch me live. Like I always have these moments where it's like I'm not thinking, like, duh. What am I even thinking? So where's he at? Oh, where would he be? He could be anywhere if he's on tour with them. So I have no idea. So you know what? Maybe I'll try to do this on my own. Because there's probably a lot of videos trying to figure out what city, try to match up the clothes of the band, and then see if I could find them. So this is going to be something I'm going to have to do on my own, I feel like, now that I realize it's not just one concert. Wow. All right. So what were we doing? So yeah, look at that, and then we're gonna do the overlay, right? I gotta find. Oh my god, where'd you guys go? Oh, there you are. I thought I lost the stream yard. I was like, how am I gonna get out of here? Used in the posting. Oh, June 10th. Yeah, okay. Well, let's try that. That was June. Maybe I will try it. Hold on. What did it say again now? I just freaking lost the posting of it. Hold on, I have to go back to his thing again. Shoot. Yes. So it was June. Where did that We Three Kings or We Three Kings? Is we We the Kings? We the Kings, right? So July 10th. All right, July 10th, We the Kings, right? Let me try this one more time because I'm having these moments. Well, not thinking, but that's why it is actually good to have you guys, and you could tell me how stupid I'm being sometimes. Okay, let me just try one more thing. We the Kings, July 10th. See if it'll actually bring it up. July 10th. July 10th. So the last thing, if not, I'll just do privately and try to figure out something for you. Okay, July 10th. Yeah, it might be something I'm gonna have to do. Let me. What I'll do is I'll do their tour lineup, see where they were in July around that time, and then because it might maybe he posted it a day after. I mean, but just to kind of get an idea. So, July Warp Tour 18. Let's see, lineup. Let's do July. Yeah, I might just have to do it like We the King or full lineup. July 10th, We the Kings tour. All right. Set list. So can we do a video then, please? Hold on. Is this it? Okay, this is 2018 Warped Tour. That's the date. Doesn't say. All right. Well, I'll figure it out. I'll try to figure it out later. Yeah, because this might take a little bit of time, guys. But thanks. You guys gave me some tips here, and I'll be able to hopefully find something to see if we could find him. But the thing is, I'll probably be doing all this, and if he's a freaking liar, and we might not ever find him, huh? Oh well. All right. So let me write that down. Okay. So July 10th, We the Kings. What was the other one called? Simple Plan, or what was the other band? Simply Plan? I forget already. Will somebody write it real quick? Simple something, or Simply Plan? Simple Plan. Okay, Simple Plan. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to do that later after this live. I'll try to see if I could find anything. See if we get a picture or a thing. All right, so now we're going to get on the editor and do some overlays. And then lastly, you guys, you don't want to miss. Oh man, I lost over 100, like 120 people. You guys are going to miss the Face app. That's maybe I should have done it back then. Who cares about the one person that was annoying? Because it is kind of funny, and not only funny, but it's neat to see like the sketch moving, because it kind of like makes it even more like human, like more maybe more to kind of look for. You know what I'm saying? But now there's a lot of people that left already. That could have seen it, but oh well. We're gonna do the editor. I thought that could have been important though, if we could have found him, just to kind of see like 2018, see exactly what did he looked at like in 2018. It actually said 2017 to 18 he was on tour with him. Wouldn't it be something if I could find one from 2017? Because that would be really, if I went through all the Warped Tour videos and tried to like see if he really was there and find him somehow. But okay, so we're gonna do the overlay first, and then we will do the Face app. But hold on, let me import a couple of let me get it all set up for the editor. I just have to get the faces in there. So we're gonna do, we'll do this one. This one. Oh wait, hold on. There should be. Not. There we go. And then we want to do. I'm just getting everything ready to do the overlays. Sorry, guys. Those of you just stopping in, because we're going to overlay the sketches with the Anthony or Keegan. I keep calling Keegan and his dad just to see. Just give me 1 minute. Already got that one. Okay, so I have I might need to actually cut out faces of on. Where the heck are they? Okay, hold on a second. Oh, you know what? While I'm doing this, I could play some of the face apps. Hold on a second. While I'm working on some of this, all right. No. All right, let me play a couple of them while I'm doing this. File, okay. Okay, so we already played, here, we'll do this one. We'll do the first sketch. And I have, like I said, them singing different songs for different sketches, so, or for the same sketches, so kind of, yeah, let me do, but I have to mute it because it's like popular artists. Here's one. All right, why? All right, let me, hold on, give me 1 second. I just need to cut out, because I have a feeling with some of these to overlay, I'm going to have like the face by itself, right? So some of these I don't have it cut out, so I have to just put it in my editor to kind of cut it out. So it's, I don't know if I'm making sense to everybody, but hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. Oh, I need to activate that. Shoot. And then some of them, like if he has a shirt on, like, and you know, like the sketches, you could kind of see a part of the neck or whatever, but then I'm going to, yeah, that's not going to be a big deal. It'll be all right. All right, just bear with me here, guys. I just have to do a little bit of editing here to get it the face by itself on some of this. To manually like cut it out, you know. I don't know if any of you guys use editors. But it just takes a few minutes because I want to try to get it as good as possible. Right. So how's everybody doing? I can't see chat quite yet. I just give me a minute. Everybody have a good weekend. What did you guys do this weekend? Any fun stuff? Anything fun? I'm still planning a haunted trip, you guys. Like or some kind of trip where I could, you know, make a video and it, like, it'll bring you guys with me. I don't know if I'll do it live though, because you have to have like really good Wi-Fi probably to get a, you know, a good live. And like if you're traveling, it might be hard to get that, right? To get like a good Wi-Fi or a good connection where you could do like, I might try though, you know? Okay, so I have that one. Let me do this one real quick. I hope I'm probably gonna lose a lot more. Oh well, no, I mean, I don't know why I'm even making a big deal, but shoot. God, I screwed that up. And then if you screw it up, you gotta start over. Should I leave? I'll leave a part of his neck on this one. Right? Actually, let me play it safe and get this cut before I lose it. So are you guys anxious for them to make their press release this week? So early this week. So I don't know why I have Tuesday in my head, but early, it's probably like Monday, Tuesday, by Wednesday, I would guess, because they said early in the week. What do you think they're gonna say? I mean, what do you think the chances are they're gonna say, oh, there's no connection, guys, sorry. I don't know why. Part of me doesn't think they're gonna say that this time. I hope not. Because what if this is like one of the last chances here to, I guess it's never too late, but it's just like, come on. Okay, so let's try to do this. Now, part of me thinks I shouldn't have kept the neck in this one. I guess I should just share my screen, but then I'll feel like, because you know when you're like drawing or whatever, because you know when you cut out a picture, it's like I feel like if I share like it while I'm doing it, I'll screw up. I remember when I started the job at the pharmacy, and like my boss, my manager would be like standing over my shoulder watching. I'd be so nervous because like with something like that, they had to supervise to make sure, you know. Oh, I used to be so nervous. Be like, oh my God, how can I work good when I have somebody standing over my shoulder? It was hard. I'm not good. Somebody like, you know what I'm saying? Like looking over, you're on the phone and they're like watching. Like, oh my gosh. It's not gonna work. Oh, sorry guys. I wasn't 100% plan on doing this. I wasn't prepared on this part. Or I would have had it all done. But I'm getting it. Watch me not even need it cut out like this. Maybe. Oh, shoot. Hold on a second, guys. I might have to. I'll be right back, okay? I almost have everything. I wanted to just do one more, actually. One more cutout, and then I'll be ready. But I do have to run. Bathroom. Oh, wait. Where is that one? Oh, there it is. Okay. And what mods are here right now in the chat? Whatever mods are still here, will you guys let people know that are just coming in? They're going to be so confused. They're just going to see me sitting here like doing nothing and not really looking at the chat, and they're going to be confused. Can you just tell them, maybe tell them what I'm doing? I guess I could just keep saying it, but all right. And I'm just trying to get these pictures cut out so we could do the overlays. I think I just want to, where's it? There we go. Maybe I should do that one too. All right. Almost done, I promise. And then I'm going to run to the bathroom and then we're going to do it. And we will be all set.